Welcome back, everybody. It is the Whiskey Jedi. I am the Whiskey Jedi, Mr. Jake Berlin, and as you can see, I am not alone today. I got one of my favorite people in the world, Mr. Sean Sullivan, with me. What's
Hi,
up,
folks.
buddy?
Hello. I'm pouring myself some whiskey.
I love it.
Go.
I love
I'm
it.
pouring
And you
this
got
in.
you got the good stuff too.
So I got my work bonus, and well, actually, we'll get to this in a minute. Because this is part of the celebration story, right?
It is. Yeah. So
are we talking about our experience at celebration,
kind of
or
everything, I guess.
celebration as a whole?
I think both.
Okay.
Because I do think that we need to are you talking about maybe reviewing celebration? And what went down at celebration?
Well, okay. So because my celebration started a day earlier.
It did. And it went a day longer.
And it went a day longer. You're right. And really it's kind of still going. So on what day was that? Tuesday. Yes. We had some friends in town. Showed up early for celebration.
They were not us. They were not us.
It was not you guys. And I met them for dinner with Jillian and myself. Ran into some other friends in the lobby.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The Resistance broadcast.
Correct.
In the lobby. And then Friday, nope. We skipped 3 days.
You skipped 2 days there, my guy.
Wednesday, I had to go pick up a house guest at the airport. And then I met with you guys who had been out at a brewery. And we went to a local whiskey bar called Hopscotch.
I was about to say Hangers, but that didn't sound
Hangers,
right.
Hopscotch.
Okay.
And I ordered a glass of Highland Park 18 year, which let me tell you was very good.
And
he
was generous enough to let me try.
I got it so that you could try it. I was going to share it with you, but you left.
Well, I mean, I tried it.
I know. Turns out at celebration you should not share liquids. So I want to see if this lives up to it. I couldn't find the 18 year at my local liquor store, but I found the 15 year.
The fact that it says Viking Heart is all I need.
Well, that's why I wanted you to try it, Jay.
That's all I need. I'm so jealous that you're drinking that. I'm just drinking. I haven't done it on the show, but I'm currently in wedding mode tasting for signature drinks. And so I'm tasting and testing with Buffalo Trace at the moment.
You're trying different whiskeys in the
different whiskeys with certain drinks, kind of seeing what tastes best and what kind of goes with a mixture of certain things. And I'm currently on a Buffalo Trace thing. So,
which whiskey has been your favorite?
I would say Knob Creek.
With whatever your mystery signature cocktail is.
Yes, correct. Which I'm not revealing. So
you're not revealing until the wedding, or until it's fully decided.
Until the wedding. What, are you afraid you're not going to like it or something?
No, I'm sure I'll love it. I think you and I have a very similar palate when it comes to cocktails. Correct. So I'm sure I'll love it. But I don't know. I think you could do a big wedding cocktail review here on the whiskey, reveal on the Whiskey Jedi.
I actually didn't think about that. That's not a bad idea, because Gabby has a signature drink too. It's not whiskey, but she also has a signature drink. So
it's an adios, isn't it?
No, well, I mean, they might be adios afterwards, but no, it's not an adios. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Just put it this way. I'm sure Jill and Molly will both love it. Just put it that way.
Ooh, okay. So there's some tequila in it.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting point, Sean. I might have to.
I think that'd be a fun, it'd be a fun little show for you and Gabby to do.
Yeah.
And you can bring on a panel of guests to review or on happy hour.
I'm gonna have to give you some producing credit at some point.
Well, okay. Let's let's just pull the curtain back here, right? You and I've had these conversations a couple of times this week, where you need producer credit on anything I do, and apparently I need producer credit on anything you do.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be like right. Like you could do it on Happy Hour. You can do it on this channel here.
July Happy Hour.
Or July Happy Hour, or an early. Well, it's what, August?
I guess we could
15th?
technically do the first week of August.
First week of August.
Jill, I know you're watching.
I already know. So actually, I guess I'll reveal it here. The July Happy Hour. Jill and Molly aren't even going to be on.
Wait, what? Wait,
well, I'm taking over Happy Hour for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm announcing that here to Jill. Yeah, I think you, me, Alex, Brian. We make Brian drink some whiskey.
We should have Brian taste test whiskey.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
We should have Brian taste test whiskey. That's what we should do.
That's such a good idea.
I have enough bottles here. I can lend him some bottles to try.
That's so smart. Jill, for July, I'm taking over Happy Hour. It's a thing.
I'm gonna have Brian Ward make a new logo that's just like the Renegade logo. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's Happy Hour, but
Andy.
I don't think you said it on air.
Love
it. I can't say what I was about to say on air.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyways,
how's your whiskey, Sean?
It's fantastic. It's well worth the stupid amount of money I paid for it.
Okay, so just a rundown real quick. The show is going to be very much just, for lack of a better term, winging it the whole time. We're just going to be here hanging out, talking with you guys. If you have questions about Celebration or about whiskey, because that's half part of the show, and that's mainly why Sean and I get to hang out and talk. Brian, you come in at the perfect time all the time. We'll talk, Brian. We'll talk. But no, we're just going to be kind of talking about our experience for Celebration, but also the convention as a whole, because it was both of our first time there.
Yeah.
The process, the panels, the idea.
And I've never been to a convention that big either. You've been to Comic-Con. I've never been to Comic-Con
once, yeah, which is way bigger than Celebration.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Jill, maybe our fact checker Jill could check. I'm curious what the average attendance is at WonderCon, which is where we normally go.
Is that LA
WonderCon or LA Comic-Con? WonderCon is the same people that do Comic-Con do WonderCon, and they do it at Anaheim Convention Center, that same convention center.
Got it.
And then LA Comic-Con is put on by POW, that the people that it used to be called Stan Lee's Comic-Con, and now it's LA Comic-Con.
Got it.
Neither of them felt as large as this one or as crowded as this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I have a completely different perspective because Comic-Con it feels way bigger than Celebration. And it's hard to believe because when you walk into Celebration, the way that it was all set up, first of all, I thought the convention was the center was a perfect spot for it. I thought it was laid out very nicely. The different halls and the vendors on the inside, the food trucks on the outside, just everything about it seemed to work very well. And how, as big as Celebration is, I never was walking through a crowd, like walking sideways to walk through people.
At least not for long.
Which
I did a little bit.
Very nice, because that's exactly how it was the entire time at Comic-Con. I was squeezing my way through everybody because there's so many people there.
Well, I mean, that San Diego Convention Center is huge.
Yes.
Compared to this too.
Yes.
So, but I do think that the Anaheim Convention Center is a bit weird, like where the Celebration store was and the
I didn't even go to the store. I didn't know where it was.
Oh yeah, because it's in another building.
Was it over by? I'm trying to think. Was it? Did you walk straight?
Did you do the Mando experience?
No, I wasn't able to go.
Okay, so it was in that building. Which, if you're facing the convention hall, if you go to the right,
okay,
where
those food trucks are on that side.
Yeah, where the other food trucks are. Yeah.
Did you make it in the Mando experience, by the way?
We gotta
talk about it.
I had a media pass for it. but I had one media pass. And it was Sunday. I was dead fucking tired. I gave my media pass to Zach Burkett.
Oh, okay.
And
it wasn't after we left.
It was after you left.
Okay.
It wasn't my media pass. I did although it says non-transferable on it. It was actually, hold on.
You swindled your way into a couple things that weekend.
Of course. Yeah. They don't call me the scoundrel for nothing. So okay. Zach stole it from me, and I stole it from Bushcar, who stole it from Ellis.
Wow. Okay.
What movie did I just reference there?
Oh, God. I mean, a couple different ones, but
Duquesne stole it from the Irving, or
Unkar
Plutt stole it from Duquesne, who stole it from the Irving boys.
I should have thought Star Wars. Duh. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't make it out to the store, so that's I'm bummed. But I heard that it was chaos.
I made it into the store on Sunday, which at that point, what I wanted was gone. Which I wanted the Dex's Diner neon sign, which was gone by the time I got there. So, but I got some cool
thousands of dollars online.
Let's find out. Let's go to the tape.
Yeah, but you kind of subbed it in for some cool Star Wars tiki mugs.
Yeah, I got the Max Rebo Band tiki mug set.
Which I think you picked out, right? They weren't just handed to you? Okay.
No, I picked those out.
Okay.
I picked those out, but
I'm sure someone bought it just to sell it online at a later date somewhere on the internet. All right. Well, while Sean is kind of searching, everyone watching, thank you guys so much for being here. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but it seemed like the perfect time to do so. And Sean,
we're doing another one next week, aren't we?
Well, I'm down to do one every week, honestly.
Sure, great, let's do it.
Especially
they are $200. They are $200 on eBay.
And how much were they there?
I think $80.
So they're hiked up at least over double, which makes sense.
Yeah, but it is okay. I don't think $200 is that crazy. It's like this big, right?
And it's a neon sign, and
it's a custom neon sign.
Yeah,
I'd maybe pay $120 for it. Yeah, I'd maybe pay $120 for it, I think. Some of these pins from Celebration are fucking $30 for a pin.
It's funny, I didn't even think about it, but I brought all my stuff in here yesterday. So I have all my pins and everything that are sitting here. And Sean, I don't know if you grabbed these at Disney Star Wars night.
Yeah, I did. The Boba Fett and the Mandalorian ones.
Yeah, I have 3 sets of Mandalorian pins.
Mm-hmm. I've got 3.
I happen to grab. So
yeah, I mean,
if anybody out there wants them, let me know. I'm happy to ship them out to you guys.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I gave a set to Saul, who was with us for the weekend.
Yeah, and you got a bunch of cool pins from someone handing off a lanyard to you, which is really cool.
Yeah. So it apparently it pays to have cool friends. Someone was giving a friend of ours a goodie bag. And I was handed a lanyard full of pins. In fact, Jillian, if you want to bring my vest in,
the vest looks sick. It looks sick with all those pins on it.
It looks great with all the. I should have put the pins on sooner.
Yeah,
I waited till the last day to put the pins on. Okay, so anyways, let's backtrack. How was the brewery? What did you think of Golden Road?
So we actually have Golden Road here.
Okay.
We have a Golden Road here, but there's not the same beers. There's a couple that overlap.
Which is it as nice like the facility?
No, I mean, so here's what happened. Actually, Golden Road opened here in Sacramento. Maybe, God, it must have been two.
Aren't they from up north or Central California?
So they're from NorCal, and they opened the location here in Sacramento. I want to say a year before COVID. And right into COVID, it actually caught fire. and they had to rebuild it. And it was a great setup initially, but they when they rebuild it, they made an even better setup. It's just not in a gigantic lot like it is in LA. It's in Midtown.
Hold on. I got to stop you right there.
Or Anaheim, excuse me. Anaheim.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I do not live in LA. It's different.
Okay, fair. To me, it's just all LA. It's just
right. I have a question for the fans out there. Am I buying a $700 signed Boba Fett helmet signed by Jerry Bullock?
Oh my God. I'm waiting for Jill's answer.
Jillian?
Everyone else is probably going to say yes. I have a feeling.
Okay, so we were talking. Well, I'm getting sidetracked.
You're fine. So Golden Road. I thought Golden Road rocked, and I loved hopscotch. I just wish I could have stayed longer.
I wish when you guys come down again, we're gonna spend a whole night at hopscotch because they make a bitchin'. Have you ever had a penicillin?
No.
So it's called a penicillin. The best way I can describe it, it's somewhere between like a whiskey sour and an old fashioned.
Oh, okay. I actually that sounds.
It's really good.
Yeah. Jill said no, by the way.
Okay, so let's fast forward. Let's fast forward today. I
told you guys this is the type of show it's going to be. Okay.
A lovely. Again, it pays to have cool friends. A lovely friend of ours who is one of the most. Actually, you know what? I will name drop this friend because he deserves to be shouted out. Ricardo Franco.
Yeah, he does.
Who is a wonderful human and a very good friend of mine, and I would probably hang out with him more if he didn't live in Malibu, which is not close to where we live. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. He was at the convention Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday he's like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can't. I'm so tired. So he didn't come to the convention Saturday, Sunday.
Got it.
He had paid for a photo opportunity with Anthony Daniels. And generously gave it to myself, to me. And I wanted Jill to do it because that's Jill's favorite, one of Jill's favorite characters. Probably Jill's favorite character from the movies, I think. Maybe Padme or
I've heard her say it's definitely her favorite droid.
Yeah, but that's a
he's different for a droid, but yeah.
So Jill got a great picture with Anthony Daniels. And I was saying like I would pay. I almost went. This was on Saturday, and I almost went back and paid for a Sam Witwer meet and greet. Because I have his book. I have Sam Witwer's book.
Oh, nice.
Which is not about Star Wars. It's about Dungeons and Dragons, and I would love to get him to sign that. But
he's he's a big gamer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big dude. Sam Witwer famously has. They will rent a cabin and go play D&D for 3 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah. So because all his friends are like in different states now.
Does he play with Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, I think he's invited Freddie, but I don't think
because I remember Freddie doing an interview.
He plays with like the people that he played with growing up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, although I think now he plays with Kyle Newman, who was in Fanboys, who was also at the convention.
That movie is incredible.
Yeah, Fanboys is great. If you've never seen it, go see Fanboys.
Love that.
But I was saying the one guy I would pay to get an autograph from or a picture with is Jeremy Bullock, who, for those that don't know, was the man in the suit for Empire and Return of the Jedi for Boba Fett. But sadly, he passed right before COVID. Maybe during COVID. Actually.
I think it might have been during COVID, like late 2020, maybe. I know that you didn't do the panels, but myself, Brian, Gabby, and the Damons were at the Lucasfilm Showcase, and it was essentially like the opening of Celebration because it happened an hour after the doors opened, and they did a giant highlight video. And when he showed up, it was a giant roar for when he popped in because he was talking and old clips of him obviously under the suit and everything. So he means a lot, you know, as that.
Oh,
as that
here's a good one. There's a signed picture of Jeremy in the armor and Daniel in his episode 2 outfit.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's signed by Jeremy and Daniel, which would
I
be
love the fact that Daniel Logan gets a giant applause every time he shows up.
Yeah,
it's
hell
awesome.
yeah!
After all this time, as just a little kid in episode 2, and he's still coming back rocking it. It's awesome.
I kind of wish there's a world, and I kind of wish this was the world we lived in, where Daniel was Boba in Book of Boba Fett.
Me too.
And not
me too.
Tamura. Like, yeah, Tamura's great. Look, I love Tamura. He fucking nails the role. He is the role. I think he's better in Book of Boba Fett, and he has been better in Obi-Wan and in The Mandalorian than he has been ever in Star Wars, and probably ever in most things he's been in. Yeah, Andy, that's a good point. I'll talk about that in a second because I literally have that book right here.
Hi, everybody that's popping in, by the way. Peggy,
I think he's. Oh, Brandy, by the way, Brandy has been hassling me for a very long time to try a certain whiskey, and I had the opportunity to try it. I tried Basil Hayden on Sunday night finally with Rain Man MP, if you're familiar with Rain Man, and Jane Dalton. And it is wonderful. I went and bought a bottle today.
It's really good. I had it on the show a couple months ago when Mark Haas was with
Moose.
me. That was the one he picked.
It's so freaking good. Yeah. They have a bottle called Toast that I want to try. That's Basil Hayden Toast, which is like a so it's kind of like got a marshmallow flavor to it, which sounds really interesting. But yeah, that's my thing is I would have loved to get a Jeremy Bullock autograph. So I've been considering, looking on eBay. And now I've got eBay.
I've never been like a giant autograph or photo op person.
Yeah, me either.
And I mean, like, especially when the prices were pretty insane for Celebration this year. Like, it would have been fantastic to get a picture with either Hayden or Yuan. And I'm super happy that like Brian got a picture with Yuan, which is really, really cool. But when we were talking about Comic-Con earlier, I was lucky enough that for just buying her brand new book, I actually got a picture with Ashley Eckstein.
Oh shit!
So I have that, and it was for the price of $20 for her brand new book that had just come out. So that is really the only photo op that I need in my life because that's so
Jake.
Cool, so.
Can we go back and talk about your pronouncer of Ewan?
Is it not Yuan?
No, it's Ewan.
What did I say?
Yuan.
Did I say Yuan? Ewan.
Yeah, it's like Ian, but Ewan.
I'm overpronouncing.
You were over.
I get it, Brian Ward. Jesus.
No, I have, and I forgive me. I don't know who wrote it. I have a signed copy of Inferno Squadron that a buddy of mine. It's the special edition. I don't remember if it's the Celebration cover or the Comic-Con cover.
Who's it signed by?
The author, and I think it's signed by the author. I don't think it's signed by Janina. I'll go check.
That was Inferno Squadron 2, wasn't it? Okay.
No, it's Twilight Company's the first one. Inferno Squadron's the second one. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's just me, everybody. Yeah, so look, because Sean didn't go to the panels, I'll talk about my panel experience real quick. I was able to. So the lottery system works in a way that you essentially just put your email and group in, and you're either picked or not picked for the panels at Celebration. And I was lucky enough to have our group selected for the Lucasfilm Showcase, which I would have loved to have get into. The Mandalorian was the other one that I was really, really looking forward to outside of the Lucasfilm one. But the Lucasfilm was one that like really just kicked it all off. and it just made celebrate. What? Oh, it just made Celebration kind of just happen, if you will. And I found out because I was thinking like Celebration, it's gonna be all Star Wars. It wasn't just all Star Wars. Like we got Willow, and then the big surprise, which was teased by both Alex and Molly Damon. They kept telling me like something's coming for you, something's coming for you. We got a live performance by John Williams playing not just Obi-Wan's brand new theme, but he played Indiana Jones theme and the Imperial March. And I mean, look, he's 90 years old. We don't know how much longer he's going to be with us. The fact that I only got 3 songs played by him in front of me is probably one of the greatest things I've ever had in my entire life. And not to mention that Harrison Ford walked out when he was playing Indiana Jones. So that panel was incredible on top of the Obi-Wan stuff that happened. And if you didn't know, the people that were in attendance were all invited back that night to watch the first 2 episodes live with the cast, essentially the world premiere of the show. So I got to watch it inside the Celebration Hall with everybody, with Hayden and Rupert Friend and Tamira Morrison and Sam Witwer. They were all in attendance, like 10 rows down
That sounds
below
like
us.
the second best watch party that night.
I'm never gonna live this down that I missed
No,
it.
I just think you would have had a blast. I'm just saying.
I know I would have. I know I would have.
You know who was there? Andy was there. Andy, how was it? By the way, this is the
Ooh, I love that cover so much.
I don't remember if it's Comic-Con or
I'd probably say it would probably be Comic-Con.
I'd have to go look at when it was released. 2017. If and when we had a celebration. But it is Christy Golden who signed it.
Chicago.
It was Chicago?
That was Chicago 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it must be the celebration one. But yeah, a buddy of mine went to Celebration and he's like, yeah, I got you a book. Which was great because I fucking love that book. That book is fantastic. I didn't do any of the big panels. You did how many big panels?
Just the Lucasfilm one.
Just the Lucasfilm one.
Because that's the only one that we got into. I was really looking forward to getting into. Oh, Orlando was 2017. Thank you, Andy. I was looking forward to the Mandalorian one, but that day when the Mandalorian stuff was happening, it was really cool to hear like obviously the Ahsoka stuff that had dropped, and because Ahsoka's like a big thing for me. But I spent a couple hours at the Celebration live stage watching interviews.
Oh, okay.
And you can go on my Instagram. We've talked about it on POV, but I did the Instagram highlight, so it'll always be there as long as I keep a highlight on my Instagram. I was like 10 feet away from like Pedro Pascal as he's talking. Natasha Lou Bordizzo, who came out with Rosario Dawson when they came out. Daniel Logan as well.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the recasting of Sabine?
I love Tia Sakar. I think she is fantastic. I think the voice of Sabine is perfect for that show. But we obviously have to look at the version of the character that they made in that.
Okay, but
I'm just saying that's
Tia
probably
Sakar is Southeast Asian.
I agree.
She is an actual actress, not I
agree.
If anyone knows me, they know I love and respect voice actors more than regular actors. But like a lot of people go like, oh well, they're not in right. Like for Ashley Eckstein, they're like, oh well, she's a voice actress, not a.
I think she could have acted. I think she could have acted too. I agree.
Oh, I agree, but I mean, Tia Sakar is an actual act. Like she's been a lead in shows.
I'm okay with the recasting because they recast Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But honestly, like listening to her talk about the character, and then you look at her in the resemblance, I think I think she's perfect for the role. I mean, I haven't seen her in it. I know that I'm going off of something very minimal, but just seeing how excited she is and how her and Rosario have kind of created this really cool friendship very quickly, it leaves me very excited to see them because we know that after Rebels, they're off together. It's them two. So their relationship's going to be very, very different from the last time we saw them. They're going to be like sisters, like big time sisters.
I will say she does look like Sabine.
Looks like Sabine a lot.
but you kind of gotta squint. Like the same thing with this, like, and that's how I feel about Rosario too. Like, I feel like I kind of have to close one eye and look at it. And
She doesn't look, as far as the facial structure, she doesn't look like Ahsoka at all. I agree with that. But
because I think Ahsoka is modeled after Ashley.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
But with the thing with Rosario is that she captures who Ahsoka is more than what she looks like. I think she does a fantastic job as far as portraying the character of Ahsoka rather than just looking like her.
Yeah, that's
which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah, and I am too. I'm glad. The one thing I will say, I'm glad with. I don't know. Did you see the trailer?
I've seen screenshots. I haven't seen the actual trailer. Okay. You mean for the Ahsoka show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. It looks good. I am so incredibly thankful they fixed her fucking head. Because her tail...
They were bugging you that much?
They were, Jake. Really? I'm not kidding. Because they're the same length as they were in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about just like the live action purpose, I guess, you know?
Yeah, but it's live action purpose. This is the second most profitable franchise of all
time. I agree. They are definitely longer. Yeah, I agree. They're definitely longer, and she looks. I think the new Leku,
they're not Leku.
They're the head tails.
I believe they are called Montrals.
The Montrals. You are correct.
Twi'leks have Leku.
I just call them head tails because that's the best way to say it.
Oh God, what is her race? She's help me out. What's her
Ahsoka?
species? Yeah,
she's oh my God, I just blinked. Oh my
Shakti is a Togruta.
Togruta, thank you. I couldn't get. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Wow.
Oh, thank you, Gordon. Gordon put it in there. Yeah, Montrals. They're called Montrals. So but yeah,
I do have to point something out because I did it a couple months ago. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera.
Yeah, you said that. I think you said that this week.
I said that almost immediately.
And yeah, I agree with that. I think that's great. I think you're right, and I think that's great because we know she's doing something. We just don't know what. I mean, she could be in the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah, she could.
Right, she could be in the Obi-Wan series. And we just haven't seen her yet.
I mean, she's married to Ewan, so
yeah. Which, by the way, Ewan's daughter was great in.
Which I didn't know until like 2 days after that was his actual daughter.
Yeah, she was great.
And it had to be about a line about fathers forgetting their daughter.
Well, yeah, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Like she says something like, "Yeah, I was someone's daughter too," and then walks away. Which they traditionally they've had some personal issues in the past. So
yeah,
it was really funny. Do I think we'll get Zeb or Callus in Ahsoka? No, I don't.
If they are where they were when we left them in Rebels, that's a very long trip.
Yeah, and I think that they have their own, they have their ending. I don't need to see any more from them.
I think it's a peaceful resolution for both of them.
Yeah, and I don't think we get enough. I don't think we get enough closure in Star Wars without death. You know what I mean?
I
so that's if we can get these two, whether you want to consider them lovers or best friends, whatever viewpoint you have on Zeb and
Callus.
Which, by the way, Jake, have you played Jedi Fallen Order?
I haven't finished it.
Okay. I just love that Droid T'Pol is also a Lasat.
I don't know who that is.
He's Cal's master.
Okay.
Cal's Jedi master.
Yeah. That's super big dude. Okay.
But yeah, I love that was it's hey, this is before the genocide of the Lasat, so there were other Lasat. Yeah, the live Jill, you're right. The live action Chopper looks fantastic.
Well, we've seen Chopper briefly before in Rogue One. He was running around in the background,
but never with the
never with the arms
or the head bobble. Did you see the head bobble?
Oh, I'll have to pay attention more. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so the head does the Chopper.
Oh, nice. Love that. Love that.
But where are we at?
Well, we're just kind of talking about the shows, I guess. I was talking about the Lucasfilm panel, and then we just kind of dove into Ahsoka a little bit.
Well, let's continue on Ahsoka. Oh,
okay, so real
I
quick,
will say, with the Lucasfilm panel, I've never seen Willow.
Really? I thought that's a movie that you would love.
I know. It probably is a movie I will love, and I plan on watching it probably this weekend, actually. But I've never seen Willow. That Willow trailer looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. It looks
so
really,
stoked
really
for that.
Good. I'm just honestly like, there's a part of me, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it. There's a part of me that's really, really bummed that it came this late because of Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen a Willow world with him returning. Unfortunately, that just can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But the trailer looked fantastic. The show looks beautiful, and having Ron Howard return too is very cool. It's very, very cool.
Well, I think this has been in the works for longer than we've known.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this was probably why he came on for Solo. I would bet that this was already in the works, and if he didn't take over Solo, it probably would have happened sooner.
It's a good call, actually. Maybe he was already in the Disney family, and they're like, well, let's just get the guy who's already here.
Yeah. Like, hey, well, we've got Ron. George trusted Ron.
That's a good call.
What was the last movie I watched? That's a great question. Well, I saw Doctor Strange in theaters, but I've seen something since then. What did I see?
Did you see Top Gun?
No.
I
know.
I'm going.
I don't love the first Top Gun. I have seen the first Top Gun. I don't love it. You know, there's too much. It's Pride Month. There's too much heteronormativity and testosterone. I don't know.
Fair. That's
no. Yeah, why would you release Top Gun in Pride Month? I mean, come on.
Well, technically, it was released in May.
I know.
Real quick, while we're on the topic of Ahsoka, I'm giving full credit to this theory idea to Brian. He brought this up on our Obi-Wan review yesterday. What if? Because do you agree that we're going to be getting some type of Clone Wars flashback with Anakin and Obi-Wan?
Yeah,
in the show. What if that's the one
Ahsoka's
chance we see Ashley Eckstein play the character?
Oh,
as the Clone Wars version.
Oh, you're saying in the Ahsoka series?
No. In the Obi-Wan series.
Oh, okay, I got it.
And
so in the Obi-Wan series, we're gonna get a flashback to.
And what if we see a young Ahsoka with them, and it's Ashley Eckstein playing her?
I would assume if we get that flashback, it'll take place before the Clone Wars. It'll take place like right before Episode 2, like the Nest of Gundarks.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of my prediction. Although we have that's in Master and Apprentice. No, not Master.
I want to see a flashback of Keto Demodia.
Okay, you're opening a whole other can of worms here because I have thoughts on Keto Demodia because we saw that business on Keto Demodia.
Yeah, I know.
We saw Anakin save him when they're like stranded on that bridge on Keto Demodia, and they're like, "Oh, actually, that's not Keto Demodia." I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about? That is Keto Demodia. Like you just animated Keto Demodia exactly from Episode 3, and now you're saying that's not Keto Demodia." So yeah. Yeah, I think you'd have to get someone younger to play Ahsoka because Ahsoka's like 14, 15.
She's very young.
If not younger, she might be 12.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna learn in Tales of the Jedi exactly how old she is. So
well, because even in during the Battle of Christophsis, when she first becomes Anakin's Padawan, she says like, "I know I look too young to be a Padawan, but I'm not." Right. Oh, Keto Demodia is in Brotherhood. That's what I was looking for, Andy. Thank you.
Is Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's either out now or it's coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of one of my issues. That's super like nitpicky issue is like you literally animated Keto Demodia exactly how it looks in Episode 3, and you show Anakin saving Obi-Wan in a way that doesn't count because he cheats by pretending to surrender. And then you say, "Oh, that business doesn't count." And then Star Wars says, "Oh, that whole scene doesn't count." Oof. Come on, story group. Yeah, Anakin asked her if she's even old enough to be a Padawan. That's what it is. You're right, Gordon.
I have to
got
go back and watch
reversed.
the Clone Wars movie. I don't want to put myself through that.
You don't. You don't. Let me tell you. You don't.
I mean, I'm not studying or anything. So.
Although one of my favorite Star Wars lines is in that movie, which is experience outranks everything, which is said by Rex in that movie.
Of course, it's said by Rex.
Because they're basically saying, you know, Rex is basically trying to explain to Ahsoka that, hey, you being a Jedi doesn't mean you outrank me. It's not that terrible. I actually had a conversation about it today with Saul, that movie's not that terrible, but compared to some of the better parts of Clone Wars, it could use some work.
Is it your least favorite Star Wars movie?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting.
Have you seen the Ewok movies, Jake?
No, I have not seen the Ewok movies.
Don't. Just don't.
Hey, but it paid off in your favor. It paid off.
Just don't. Look. Caravan of Courage is one of the most god-awful acid trippy movies you could watch. The child actors in that movie are so bad. They're so bad. They're just like the kid that I think his name's Ace, maybe.
I've been told not to watch.
I know the girl's name's Sindel or Sindel, or something like that. But God, they're so bad. And the kid they chose, I think they chose him because he looks like an amalgamation of young Harrison and Hamill. And like that's why they picked him, and he's just not a good actor. And they decided to make all of Wicket's family just bigger Wicket. Like they all wear the same clothes.
I'll have to check these out one day. Maybe I'll review them on the channel.
You know, yeah, maybe I have an idea. We'll do a.
Should we do a watch along?
We'll do a whiskey watch along.
Oh God.
And get you know.
That'd be fun.
Every time Wicket says an English word, we drink.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I'll have to prepare for that one.
Jeremy, it can be worse than the holiday special, actually. Because the holiday special is at least not formatted as a movie. It's a variety show.
Mm-hmm. So much drinking would be needed.
I don't know. Wicket doesn't speak English, so it shouldn't be needed, but
okay, so back to Celebration, Sean.
Okay, let's stick on Ahsoka.
Okay.
Tales from the Jedi.
Oh, so pumped.
Yeah, that looks
excited. Great. And you know what's funny is like, so there's two things I'm looking forward to. One is obviously Ahsoka, but specifically, and I'm not 100% sure. Andy was there at the panel, so maybe he can clarify. It looks like we're going to be getting an animated version of her book where she faces the Inquisitor and she bleeds the kyber crystals.
Where she cleanses them.
And I don't remember which Inquisitor it was that she faced.
The seventh brother and the it was two of them, wasn't it?
I think it was two, but she took it from the male, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's the seventh brother.
The seventh brother. So
I don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
someone fact check that.
I'm sure Andy's comment will come in here in a sec because he was there. But if that is in fact the moment that we're going to see her bleed the kyber crystals, I'm going to lose it.
Well, we've already. Here's the weird thing about that, right? We've already retconned that book once.
Yes.
Because the Clone Wars retcons
for season 7, I believe, right?
Yeah, the season 7 of Clone Wars retcons that book a little bit, nothing major.
It's nothing major. It's location essentially is what's happening.
Yeah, it's there's a little bit retconned in that, but not because she's supposed to be buried on Mandalore and she isn't, or buried on Mandalore. But
I saw the Mandalorian.
Did you see this trailer, Jake?
The Mando for this panel?
No. The Tales
The
from
Tales
the
of the
Jedi.
Jedi. I saw the Tales of the Jedi. It looks great.
Okay.
Looks
Did you
great.
catch Darth Revan in the trailer?
What?
Darth Revan's in the trailer.
No.
There's 2 shots of Darth Revan.
No.
Yes.
You're lying.
Yes.
No.
I'm not. I'm not lying.
You know how long I've been waiting to see Darth Revan.
I know.
No way. What?
Yeah.
Okay, that just immediately became my number one thing I'm looking forward to.
I'm pretty sure, like, if it's not Revan, it's someone else in a mask. Like, it's pretty close. Let me see if I can find.
I feel like I watched it. Let's see.
Jilly, can you find that trailer again and send it to me?
The other thing that I was going to say about what I'm looking forward to outside of the kyber crystals, because we haven't seen kyber crystals bleed in live or any kind of form of media outside of.
You know what? I don't think it's Revan. Actually, it's someone else it's a white and red mask.
I'm pretty sure it's the Inquisitor that Ahsoka fights.
No. It's from a different shot, I think, because the Inquisitors have a very distinct look.
Is young Qui-Gon?
Yeah, young Qui-Gon, which is going to be played by his son.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Who's the maybe it's Cheryl, I do want to talk about that. Cheryl, remind us closer to the end of the episode because I want to talk about that. It's not Revan. Who's the Sith in the second game? Did you play those games, Jake?
Which games?
Knights of the Old Republic?
Oh, Starkiller.
No. That's Force Unleashed.
Oh, you're talking about Knights of the Old Republic? Malik?
No, Malik's the villain for the first one. Yeah, I'm thinking of the villain for the second game, whose name Nihilus. Yeah, I think it's Nihilus. The shot looks like Nihilus.
If they bring Nihilus in, I'm gonna lose it. That's awesome.
I said Revan, but now that I think about it, it's not Revan.
If they bring in Nihilus, that is awesome.
Well, Nihilus.
How does that work timeline?
I don't. Well, they brought Darth Bane in Clone Wars.
Yeah, but he was kind of like a ghost, and
look old. Okay, I don't know how much Legends you've read, Jake.
I've read a little.
I'm not telling you to read anymore. But there was a Sith that got reanimated on Yavin, like from 10,000 years before.
And it became physical again?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Look, old Star Wars is bad Star Wars. Okay. Anyone who tells you bring back Legends didn't really think about what they were reading.
Bring back certain aspects of Legends.
Right.
Specifically, Darth
Jeremy O'Shea Jackson. I have 2 predictions for O'Shea Jackson. Either A, he's the droid, Ned B, or B, he is going to be Quinlan Voss. Yeah,
everyone's leaning towards him being Quinlan.
I don't know. I don't know that he's the right casting for.
I think he's too young.
He's too something. Yeah, he's just not. He doesn't like Quinlan's. Like, to me, he's got to be like real thin and wiry and like, I don't know.
Almost like a Lakeith Stanfield type.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like Quinlan Voss to me is just Tarzan.
I mean, that's a great comparison.
Like
a spiritual Tarzan.
Oh, no, you know who I want to play Quinlan? I'm sorry, I figured it out. Jason Momoa.
That's kind of. I mean, it's the obvious choice. Yeah,
I don't think so. I think Quinlan should be. I think Quinlan should be black. Like, I think he's. I think that the more and more we've gotten from him, more recent art, I think they've leaned more towards him being
Native American
of darker complexion.
He almost looked more Native American to me.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's hard to say with cartoons.
Yeah, it is.
We can't base it off the episode 1 appearance because it's just some,
Well,
But
everything after that appearance was based off that character, and they just shifted it essentially to make it look like what they wanted to.
right.
So, yeah, the Quinlan thing is very, very cool. But we were talking about Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, so I'm excited for I'm excited for young Dooku. To be honest, I think that's going to be that probably is the one that appeals to me. Like I love Ahsoka to death, one of my favorite characters, but I don't know how much young Dooku has more of an impact on the overall story than young Ahsoka, right? I think young Ahsoka is for the Ahsoka fans is great, and it's a good way to make sure fans see more Ahsoka as Ahsoka becomes more and more ingrained.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's now shown up in 1, 2, 3, 4 different shows if you count Mandalorian and Boba Fett as 2 different shows, and she'll be in 2 more. So yeah, Ahsoka is now becoming even more important because she was important before, but kind of only in the Dave Filoni verse. Which this is all still the Dave Filoni verse.
It's an extended version.
But Star Wars as a whole is becoming the Dave Filoni verse, which I'm fine with.
But the Filoni Favreau universe.
Yeah, and I've got no complaints with that. I love the Filoni Favreau universe. But all right, so Thursday was great. What did we do Thursday night? We watched Obi-Wan. We had a whole bunch of people over for Obi-Wan, and I gotta say,
I'm so upset I wasn't there.
You would have had a blast. You would have had a blast. I had Glen Cairns waiting for you for a full whiskey tasting. I brought down my infinity bottle for you. Just saying. My one review on how good Obi-Wan is talking about and I'll tell you what, go check out the Scum and Villainy podcast. Our friend Garrett has a podcast about Star Wars. He talked about this a little bit without naming names. I'm now going to name his name and tell you, go listen to Garrett's podcast. He speaks so eloquently about Star Wars that you should listen to him. But he talked about this, and I think this is the best moment to explain our thoughts on Obi-Wan. Is there is a 5-minute previously on before Obi-Wan, and you've got myself, you've got myself and all the top tier Star Wars competitors in the same room, and we're all watching as if we had never seen a Star Wars before. Like, we've all seen all these movies ad nauseum 1 billion fucking times, but it's cut together so well. So that was a blast.
They pulled the perfect scenes.
And then I should mention Alex and Molly had a panel that was with Knapsack and Scrimshaw that was too many people showed up for, so Jake didn't get to come in.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me through the doors.
Nope.
Very upset about that.
Friday was good. I don't remember what we did Friday.
Well, we did Star Wars Night, but I wanted to ask real quick about the Obi-Wan party. I imagine you guys partied hard for quite a while after Obi-Wan, right?
Little while, not too late.
Because it released early. It didn't release at midnight. It released at 9:30. So
yeah, but we ended up watching it, I think, about 10:30.
Okay.
So
I think I was asleep by 10:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably asleep. Because
I got up. For everyone who didn't know, we got up for Disneyland.
You went to Disneyland all day Friday. I forgot.
Spent the entire day at the park between Disneyland and California Adventure, on top of staying for Star Wars night, which ended at 1 a.m. So Friday was a very long day.
And you were there when we left, so you were there the whole time.
Yes. We took 33,000 steps on Friday.
Wow.
16 miles was our final tally. Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot, but it was fun. It was worth it. We knew that it was the only day we were going to be able to do it. And Brian wanted to go because he wanted to build his lightsaber. He wanted to build a droid. He had never been to Galaxy's Edge.
So Brian dropped like $800 that day.
The Ewan photo op.
No, but I mean just at Disney, just on
That's
Friday.
At Disneyland, at least probably $400.
Well, aren't the sabers what 200?
Yeah, after tax, it's like 230 something, and then the droid is $100, so like 115.
Go Brian.
Near $400.
Oh, the droids are only 115. I would have bought a droid.
No, the droids are there. It's $100 to build, but then you add the tax and everything on top. So
I would have, but I'll wait till they make a BD1, build a BD1.
Yeah, I want more options.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd build a BD1, but I mean I might if I see it in person. I just want to be able to have a little bit more options. They are very cool though. Like Brian kept bringing his out, and like he basically built Chopper, and he's calling it Sassy 1.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's great.
It's a great looking droid. He had a blast with it, and so I'm happy for him that he got to go through all that. It was really cool.
Well, Jill, if you want to build droids are much cheaper than lightsabers. We'll go build a droid.
Sean, you need to build a lightsaber though.
I want to. Well, okay, so I got my work bonus today, and there's a laundry list of things that I have to do with my work bonus. But one of those things was going to be buy a Disney Pass, and Disney Passes are no longer available.
Really?
The problem is I don't like a lot of the sabers there. I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough options for the sabers.
The style?
Yeah, because there's just 3 styles, right?
There's 4.
Or is there 4 now?
There's always
4 styles, and they all look like that's what, defense and protection or something?
Defense and protection.
It looks the same as every other defense and protection saber.
So defense and protection was the very Qui-Gon looking one, and then Peace and Justice is the Obi-Wan style, which is kind of just what I'm referring to. Obviously,
right. No, but you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, and then you have the Power and Control, which is the dark side, and then you have I forget what the other name is, but it's the very unusual type.
It's the natural one.
The nature one that you can build with like a Rancor tooth on the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like Gunji's saber from the
exactly. Which Gunji coming back.
He's in the Bag Batch.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it. He made it out.
Really I want to say, was that your first time going on Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah, so we went in the morning. It's the best ride Disney's ever done. Period.
I agree with that. I don't get got by the way to take me out of immersion is by having a Rey hologram and having Kylo in the ride.
You want original stuff.
Right. I want originality. I want, because their whole point is like, this is your Star Wars story. Mm-hmm. As an adult, I realized my Star Wars story would not feature those characters, right? Maybe it features one of them, right? But not all of them. But I understand, like, for, it's aimed at a younger audience and it's aimed at a family audience. And I think that ride is fucking a masterpiece.
Let me step in though, Sean, because I need to tell the people here that going to Disneyland or just Star Wars night in general with one Sean Sullivan is an experience. It is an experience. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday on POV, but he is very much like a cat where his eyes go everywhere. They're just looking, and he disappears and goes and look at this, and then he'll come back to the group. But the coolest thing, the coolest thing and I was watching from afar because I wasn't with you. So Zach Burkett had never been to Galaxy's Edge. And Sean took it upon himself to give him the best possible experience he could give him. And I was watching while we were riding Rise, the lead up to the actual ride, you were pulling like Zach and Gold Leader and stuff, and you guys were looking at the specifications of everything that was going on, like inside the shuttle or walking through the line or inside the waiting terminal, or as we open the doors, or we're suddenly inside of a Star Destroyer bay,
because that's what I love.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it is very cool to watch you, like, it's not work, but you're working, like you're there, like doing your thing. And it's really cool to sit there and go through something like that for the very first time and see your eyes just do this, and you're trying to look at everything all at once. Yeah,
because I don't talk about this a lot. My thing with Star Wars is not any one character, right? Yeah. Like, I got a lot of Boba Fett and Din Djarin shit, and not a lot of other Star Wars stuff. I can't actually even think of things that I have that are Star Wars that are not Mandalorian adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
I own a Stormtrooper helmet and a Rex helmet. Which Rex is even Mandalorian adjacent, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I own my Han vest that I never showed. I bought a Han vest, which looks great.
Is it not the one that? Oh, it is the one you were wearing. Okay.
Yeah, it's got all the pins on it now.
It looks so good. It looks so good.
But Star Wars for me is an aesthetic. It's more about it's more about
the experience.
Well, it's more about the small things that make up a. It's about the little things making up a greater whole, right? The way things are designed, the way things are weathered, the way things are put together, the things that are used to, like the Luke's lightsaber is a great example, right? It's a camera lens, or not even. It's a handle for a camera, I think. Like, it's not about, I love Ahsoka, I love Qui-Gon, I love. We were talking about our favorite Star Wars characters. And like growing up, Qui-Gon was always a favorite of mine. Same with Obi-Wan. I'm becoming more and more of an Obi-Wan fan now.
Me too.
I think he's done so well in the show, and he's made a lot more tactile, I guess. But like Cal Kestis is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Not because he's got great character development. He does. But everything on Cal's body, his character design is so very Star Wars. The quilted brigandine bib with the leather bib over it, the mechanics coveralls with the symbol of the breaker company he works for, his belt, the way his belt is he's wearing a climber's harness, right? Like everything about that is so very Star Wars to me. The way all those parts come together, the way all of Boba Fett's gear comes together to make an iconic Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Boba Fett we see in Empire and the Boba Fett we see in Return of the Jedi are completely different costumes. But unless you pick that apart, you can't see that. Or like a Galaxy's Edge is a great example, because Galaxy's Edge has a ship that has never been in Star Wars. The First Order shuttle that's there has never been in a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was made just for the land, right?
No, it was not.
Really?
It was made for it was made for Episode 9.
Oh, it wasn't used?
By Colin Trevorrow.
Oh, it's part of the concept art for that film.
Yeah, and it was designed by him.
Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, it was made for Duel of the Fates.
That's an interesting factoid there, Shawnee.
Yeah, I thought you knew that. Otherwise, I would have told you.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So that was for the original Episode 9, because that was being written when.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that is a ship from an unmade Star Wars movie.
Wow.
And it's a badass looking ship. It looks great. We don't talk about Colin. Hey, I like the Duel of the Fates script. It has problems, but I like it.
I like the ultimate idea of what it stands for.
Yeah, I think that it has a very good grasp of
where it should go.
Right. It has a very good grasp of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge is an amazing experience.
Yes.
My favorite spot in Galaxy's Edge is where we were standing while I was showing by that fountain. Yeah, like that's my favorite spot in Galaxy's Edge, because everything there is just done so well to look like it doesn't look like anything else. The Falcon's fine, right? Like the Falcon's beautiful. It's amazing to see a real Falcon. But the problem with the Falcon is you go to look at the Falcon and there's a billion fuckers taking pictures in front of the Falcon. You know, again, you don't
get alone time with it ever.
No, or you don't get people just standing looking at the Falcon, right? Mm-hmm. Like people would the Falcon because Galaxy's Edge is supposed to be set at the time between Episode 8 and Episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, the Falcon would be 90 years old.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a muscle car, right? Imagine like if you see an old Ford pickup on the road, you go, oh, look at that. That's, wow. That even if you don't like cars, you go, that's really cool.
It's a photo op, unfortunately, for Galaxy's Edge.
But yeah, that's all the Falcon is a photo op. Which is why I prefer the A-Wing and the X-Wing that are there, because I
love that A-Wing so much.
No one's taking photos there. The A-Wing is beautiful because
so
it's the RZ2 from Rise, or from well, it's in Rise, but it's also in
Return of the Jedi. Oh, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, you got me talking Star Wars ship names and everything. Come on. I don't know Star Wars. What are we talking about?
We're just here spitballing about everything that happened during Celebration Weekend. So, and if it takes us in different conversations, it takes us in different conversations. So, Galaxy's Edge was fun though. We had a big giant group, but we had that group that went on Rise together, which was really cool. And most of the group had never been on it. Like you guys, Zach, Ace, Evan, and his wife. A lot of people had never been on it, and so it was the first time for everybody, and everybody came off buzzing about it. So it was really, really fun.
Yeah, I and again, like the shuttle for me was the big thing. Like the shuttle that you get on, which by the way,
captured.
I looked at a ride schematic. It's pretty cool how they do it.
Of course you did.
But like that was so good. And honestly, the last part of the ride, I don't want to spoil the ride, because legitimately I don't think you should be spoiled on this ride if you ever plan to go on it.
Yep. Stay away. Don't watch anything on it.
But the part where you're in the escape pod at the end, I think is the best part of it.
You said that coming off.
Which turns out is an actual drop.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like it's not simulated. You're in like Tower of Terror style. It's a drop.
I love the drop. The drop.
So that's how they nail which I don't like drops. But if it's simulated, it's great, right? If it looks like it's supposed to be an escape pod, I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, where are we at?
Well, I wanted to ask before we move on to sell. How's your whiskey over there? You like it?
It's good. It's good. I need to finish this. I poured some more.
I poured a second glass too.
I know, but I wanted to pour the other whiskey.
Basil's.
This is in a wonderful, lovely clay bottle.
I love the bottle,
which is significant because there are a few mead companies that are Viking-inspired mead, and they come in a clay bottle like this. Which the 12-year does not come in a clay bottle; it comes in a glass bottle.
Does the 18?
I don't know. I've never seen that bottle.
Got it. I'm gonna look actually while we're talking about it.
My review, it's good. I think I'd just go with the 12 next time.
It looks like the 18 comes in a glass bottle as well.
Oh, weird. I wonder if there's something special about this. That's different.
That is an expensive
I don't know.
bottle.
How much is the 18?
$160.
And I paid $30 for a 2-ounce glass. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the 12-year looks like that.
Viking pride.
Yeah, Gordon. So the way it is in the ride in the way it is in Rise of Resistance is you're in an escape pod, so you're gonna get shot out of the escape pod.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
But it goes so quick. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
All right, I'm now moving on to the Basil Hayden bourbon. Kentucky straight bourbon, artfully aged. I love the band.
Me too.
The metal band on the side.
I said that when we talked about it. I think it's such a cool aesthetic piece.
Yeah, and I like that. Like this is like I know this is adhered to the bottle, but it's made to look like it's slipped behind the band. I really like that.
Yeah.
And because you were talking about like your Blanton's has something like that.
Yeah, the Blanton's. If you've ever seen Blanton's, it's my favorite bourbon. It's very expensive. So the top of it.
We're in no rush, by the way, right?
No,
We're an hour and 10 in.
We're chilling.
This is just our night.
Gabby's on her bachelorette party in Scottsdale, and so I'm chilling here with the dogs. We're hanging.
You should find out where, because my sisters are in Scottsdale right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my younger sister they're in Scottsdale for Jill. Why are they there? Are they pick my sister? My younger sister lives in Scottsdale, and my twin sister. I have a twin sister. You'd think Luke would be my favorite character. He's not. My twin sister is in Scottsdale right now with her. I don't know why. I assume something for the wedding, but I don't know when.
Yeah, they were having disco night, and I think they were going out somewhere. I just don't know where, so I'll find out where they are. But yeah, no, I got nothing going on tonight. So, dogs are hanging out. I've done my deeds for the day. Kyla's passed out back here. No rush. So.
All right. Well, we're on Friday. Anything else happened Friday?
No, I mean I was at Disneyland all day long. The panels that happened.
Well, hold on. I want to know about Disneyland. So you've been to Disneyland and California Adventure before. You're a California boy.
Yeah, Gabby and I are Disney. We're total Disneyland peeps.
Okay.
We go at least once a year. That was before COVID, obviously, and this is the first time we had been since 2019.
You go more than I do.
Yeah, we're total Disneyland people.
All right.
And we just love it. I don't know what it is, but I grew up going and she grew up going, and then obviously getting together, it just kind of works out that way.
Avengers, this is not a Star Wars topic, but how is Avengers Campus? I still
it's very similar to Galaxy's Edge. Like obviously the rides in Galaxy's Edge are, in my opinion, I love both of them. I do like the Falcon. Most people don't. I actually enjoy the Falcon.
Hit or miss.
Yeah. I think it depends on what you do for that ride.
Yeah.
Avengers Campus is very much focused more so on being in the land.
Oh, okay.
Because they only have the one ride. They have the web shooters.
It's a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, which is essentially like
it's like the Buzz Lightyear ride. You've got a gun.
Yeah, or Toy Story Mania, where it's an activity essentially. It's a game.
Yeah.
And you're shooting web shooters, which I didn't go on because it was a 120-minute wait for the ride.
Fuck that.
There's no way I'm riding. And they had the lightning lane closed for it. What I will say is that they do every so often they have like a fight that happens between the characters. We got to watch Black Widow and Captain America take down Taskmaster, which was pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
And I can confirm shawarma at Avengers Campus is amazing.
I will tell you, shawarma not at Avengers Campus is also amazing.
I've never had shawarma anywhere else.
After the Avengers came out,
I imagine the business was booming for sure.
Well, after the Avengers came out, I said to my girlfriend at the time, God rest her soul, she's not dead. She's dead to me. I said, I want to try shawarma. What's shawarma? We found a really good place in Long Beach, by the coast, and I need to go back there. Jill, we're gonna go get shawarma soon.
Yeah, because Gabby was starving, and we got it for her specifically, and then I took a couple of bites, and she was hooked on it too, but it was really good.
Is it just at a stand, or is it like actually?
It was at a stand. It was at a total stand. The restaurant that's there, it's Pim's Tasting Lab is what it's. I think. It's
called.
I
want to go there. They got big fucking pretzels.
The line is huge.
Worth it. If I get me a big pretzel, it's worth it.
I think if Gabby and I were there by ourselves, because we had Brian with us as well, we probably would have waited in line if we were like starving. But really, honestly, Gabby and I, because we're in California, all we really want to do is grab a drink. We wanted a beer. She wanted a Bloody Mary. Like we just wanted to grab a drink, so we grabbed some shawarma.
Which you can't do in the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland.
Yeah, you can't do it at all. Only Galaxy's Edge has in Oga's. That's all.
There's 3 places I've found out.
Oh.
So there's Oga's. Okay. There's the Blue Bayou, which is the ride.
Yes, the Pirates ride.
The Pirates ride, or the restaurant that's at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean. And there is Club 33, which is an exclusive.
Yeah. But as far as like the average go in the park, buy a drink thing, it's only Ogas. And unlike California, where there's beer stands and all that stuff, which that's all we really want. We like it's it's 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock by that time because that's the time we had to go over to the park. It's a little warm out. We're like, okay, we want like a drink. Let's grab a drink. So we grabbed some shawarma, grabbed a drink. I will say the only thing that I was a little bummed at was that during Avengers Campus there wasn't a single character out there.
Really?
Like, taking photo ops or anything.
It's kind of weird on a Friday too.
Yeah, and maybe it was because they had just done the show, and maybe they just left as we got there, and they were on rotation or something.
Well, they do 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off.
Which maybe that was the case. And I would have loved to have seen Wanda, obviously. Just the costume in person, I think would have been really, really cool.
Jill, was Chelsea working that day?
No, as far as I know, she was in Italy.
Oh, right. You're right.
So that's really the only big bummer. I will say we saw Star-Lord out in front of Guardians, which was pretty cool. But that's outside
we're gonna jump back to Celebration.
Maybe that's why Wanda is gone by 2 p.m. Got it.
We're gonna go back to Celebration for a minute.
Okay.
You and I didn't actually spend a lot of time at Celebration together.
We did not.
You were very busy.
Yeah.
And I don't think
our media badge and everything, we were very busy.
Right. And while Gabby and I think Gabby and I get along great. I'm a lot at an event like that to handle. So I'm glad you guys
she'll never watch this, but she was so worried that you didn't like her.
Oh, I love Gabby.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my god!"
Gabby.
I think she was like, "I think I came off a certain way."
No. I don't.
She's also a nervous wreck. She is a nervous wreck.
Okay. I will. Jill and I. Jill, come in here and nod your head at the things I say. I live under constant fear that people don't like me.
That's how Gabby is.
Yeah. I like Gabby because Gabby is stand there for in a minute. I'm gonna come nod your head at everything I say. Gabby is I understand everything everywhere Gabby's coming from as someone who's like not a nerd and surrounded by all these nerds. You guys have gotten me in the stage of my life where I've embraced all of this, but I was not that person for a very, very long time. So I very much empathize with Gabby because it's a lot. It's a lot. But Jill, now you can shake your head. We had a long conversation today about how I feel about a certain group of people that I thought they don't like me that much. They're just being nice to me.
Oh yeah.
So that's
I'm interested in who these people
we'll talk about. Well, you and I will talk.
No, we don't do it on camera. We won't do it on camera.
Yeah, I mean, I have
terrible
imposter syndrome.
Real bad.
So, like, Jill, while you're here, actually, grab her.
She can't. Here, hold
on. Gabby and I are gonna do that TikTok you sent us.
Which one?
The guessing
the characters.
But we're also gonna do it in main movies too. Yeah, we're gonna start a full series of those videos.
Oh my god, please do.
Yeah,
those are so good.
Jill, correct me if I'm wrong. This guy's in the.
Yeah, that's the mask I saw.
Yeah. So it is. I
think it's the Inquisitor, dude.
Nihilus. Well, he's got a Nihilus mask on.
Maybe he's a Sith relic hunter.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be into that. Which we don't know. We know it's 3 episodes per character, but we don't know that those 3 episodes don't seem to be chronological.
Yeah, they just seem to be certain points in time of their life.
Yeah. So I would think that I would think that maybe it's possible that we can get Ahsoka later in life with Sith relic hunters. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But all right, you're dismissed.
Okay, thank
you.
No, we were speaking about like just kind of like having
celebration. So you weren't with me a lot, but one of the things Jill hates me for this. I critique people's costumes a lot.
Well, you kept going up to people and fixing them.
Well, there was that one guy. He was so grateful. I'm like, hey, this is all fucked up. Let me adjust this for you. Right. But it's because, again, I like all the component parts of Star Wars coming together to make a whole. And a lot of people, their costumes are too clean.
Yeah.
So I critique a lot of that. I feel the same at Disneyland.
Okay.
The costumes are too clean. And that really applies to the Avengers stuff. Because they're doing it in a comic book style, which is not. Jill, I do not tell people their costumes are incorrect. I have a discussion about improving their costumes.
Well, we talked about the Ahsoka at Star Wars Night.
Oh, the Ahsoka looks like, but that's okay. But that's different. Critiquing the official Disney stuff.
She looked terrible.
Right.
There were 100 different cosplays at Celebration that looked 10 times better than she did.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but Jill, Star Wars cosplay is different. Star Wars cosplay is different.
Yeah.
Because a Star Wars cosplay is never done.
Oh,
if you ask anyone in the 501st, the Rebel Legion, or the Mandalorian Mercs, those costumes are never done. You're always adding, adjusting, and fixing and improving. So it's different when I tell someone that's a member of the Legion or the Mercs or the whatever, I'm like, hey, you know what? It looked great if you had some battle damage here, or a little more dirt, a little bit of streaking grime, something else that, like, as a painter is what, I love. I would never do that at a Comic-Con, right? I would never do that at, like, I would never go up to a Captain America and go like, hey, this isn't right. Right? I don't like, it's totally different. They bought that off the shelf. They did not work on it to get it to that point. Because you saw me fixing the guys, it was a Merc, it was a Mandalorian cosplayer. He loved that I took an interest in how he built his costume and how he painted it. Right? It's different. Like,
it looked great. It looked really good.
It looks fantastic. And he said, yeah, I really want to improve this, and I want to change this, and I wish this was better. I wish
Gordon's comment kills me.
Okay, hold on. I would, because you don't fuck that up, right? Just like if there was someone who was cosplaying Luke at the last 30 minutes of Empire and he had his left hand cut off, I'd say the same fucking thing.
That's like Harry Potter's scar being on the other side of his forehead.
I think that one's easy to fuck up. That's fine. I don't care.
But you shouldn't know.
But it's different in the book and the movie.
Oh, I haven't read the book, so I don't know.
Because in the book, it's center.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, the movie chose to offset it.
Fair enough.
Book, it's in the book, it's literally a lightning bolt in the center of his forehead, like the Shazam lightning bolt.
Fair
like
enough.
not like a vaguely lightning bolt shaped scar. It's like it's a fucking lightning bolt on the center of his forehead. So it is different. But if Snape's hair is the wrong length, don't get me started. Okay, so that was my thing. Like, seeing a Star-Lord, like a Star-Lord should be dirty.
Yeah, he looked too new, too fresh.
Right.
He also didn't look like Star-Lord at all.
No. It's hilarious. Like, a lot of the Disney cosplayers or cosplayers, a lot of the Disney actors do not look like.
They don't look like him at all.
Yeah,
except for Jill's sister.
Except Jill's sister. A lot of the princesses look good. Mm-hmm. Because you're taking an animated character and making them live action. You run into a lot more issue when you take a live action character and make them real. Like the Doctor Strange they had, I saw some stuff on TikTok or Twitter or something. The Doctor Strange they had looked like more of a he looked like Tony Stark, not Doctor Strange.
I could see that. I could see the mix up, yeah.
Right. Which is like, I get you're a skinny.
They're very similar characters,
right?
As far as their personalities go. So, yeah, that makes sense.
But the other struggle from like a Disney actor standpoint is like you get hired to do a role, they might not have that role permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to move to another role.
Yep.
So,
And there's not enough characters that are in masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As far as Marvel goes, anyway.
Well, but that's the other thing too. Star-Lord, you could put a mask on him.
He has a helmet.
Yeah. Give him the fucking helmet.
So how did this relate to Star Wars again? What were we talking about? Costumes.
Talking about your Disney trip.
And we were talking about cosplays.
Sure, but we're talking about your Disney. We were talking about the.
Yeah, so I mean, look, Avengers Campus I thought was great. The only thing that I was bummed out than not seeing too many characters kind of run around. We didn't spend a lot of time there because we didn't wait in line for any of the rides. Guardians, it's great. I actually think it might have been the best drop combination we had so far riding it because it's different every time.
I've never been on it.
It's because you're not a drop guy, right?
I'm not a drop guy, and my my uncle, God rest his soul. This one's actually dead, unlike my ex-girlfriend. Died 15 years ago. He was an Imagineer.
Oh, really?
He was an architect, and that was one of his big projects was the Tower of Terror.
That's awesome.
So I just don't want to go on Guardians. I didn't like Tower. I didn't like Tower to begin with. But aesthetically, I've got a tie to the aesthetic of Tower.
I've said it since I wrote it for the very first time. I like the drop system better in Guardians because it's way more sporadic.
Right. And
you don't know what's coming. You know that in Tower there are 3 big drops that were happening.
And Guardians, it's the same every time.
Exactly. In Guardians, it's different every time. But the theme of Tower it's better than Guardians. The story of the Twilight Zone and all of that is better.
I think I would like Guardians better.
I love Guardians, but I think the Tower theme is better.
Sure. Yeah. But I don't think it fits in California Adventure. I think it fits in Florida in Hollywood Studios.
Well, I mean, now that they have Avengers Campus, it kind of does fit.
No. I mean, Tower doesn't fit.
Oh, yeah. You're correct.
Tower doesn't really fit.
It used to fit when it used to be called, what was it called? Hollywood
something.
Hollywood Land or something like that. Yeah, now it's not called that anymore. So of course, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
They should just make that entire left section of that park Avengers Campus. Because the only thing that isn't Avengers related on that side of the park is the Monsters Inc. ride. Right. They have an entire gigantic Avengers Superstore next to Monsters Inc., which is where we got these and we got Jill's. And they have Iron Man.
God, because I think they're sold out the next day.
Yeah, and they're gone to October is what Jill said. In the Superstore, they have a full suited Iron Man. They have Cap Shield. They have all that stuff. So Monsters Inc. is now the oddball there. It's just kind of there where there's Guardians,
which I don't know. Did you ever go on the original ride that was there?
Where the original No, I don't think so.
It was a paparazzi ride.
Oh, really?
I'll send you a video on it. I
like the Monsters Inc. ride. I think it's a really cool.
I've never been on that, but I've been on the original one, and it's bad.
Oh, really?
It's bad, objectively bad. It's the same ride. They just changed the decoration.
Yeah, the track. You have to keep the track, obviously.
You were a paparazzi going through Hollywood.
Okay.
The original theming for California Adventure is crap. Because Superstar Limo.
I do miss the Golden Gate Bridge, though. I do
too. I don't think they should have removed that. It was a good entrance to the park,
and they should have never taken the letters away.
Okay, Jillian, would you have ever expected Jake and I to be here talking about Disneyland, Disney parks?
Sorry guys, this is supposed to be Star Wars.
No, what? I don't. Okay, Jake, if you think the people watching this video, if you think the 10 people watching this video are here to hear us talk about Star Wars specifically. They're not. They're here to hear you and I ramble.
Love it.
They know what they're getting into.
It's almost like we need a show or something, Sean.
Yeah. Well, I think we're in talks.
We've talked about it enough.
We've talked about it a few times. We just need to do more shows together.
Yes.
Whether or not we have a dedicated show. Brian, I'm only here for Star Wars. I don't believe you, Brian.
It was really good finally getting to meet him, by the way.
Brian's a very, very wonderful man.
After all of this time, he was there, which was really, really nice. So, yeah.
I kind of wanted our special guest to show up before we talk
So do
about
I.
Saturday,
So do I.
because Saturday was a lot of fun. I was exhausted already on Saturday.
Well, specifically for you guys on Saturday, I wasn't there at the Saturday night event.
No,
I was sitting quietly on a very nice, comfortable beach in Newport.
You went to Newport.
Gabby and I drove to. So I mean, I can talk. Gabby and I on
Yeah.
Saturday. So we left because of Disneyland and how exhausted we were. We didn't get to the convention till like noon. We took our time. We
Good.
didn't get back to the hotel till about like 1:30. Didn't go to bed till like 2 because of Star Wars night. So we went to the convention. We spent probably like 5+ hours there. We got, like I said, that was the day we went to the live stage because we were exhausted. Our feet were killing us.
Yeah.
So we wanted to sit down, hang out, and then we got to watch a bunch of those interviews, which was awesome. But we left around probably like 5:30ish, I want to say. Went back to the hotel for a bit, and then Gabby's such a beach person. She loves just kind of sitting by there quietly by the water.
And Newport's wonderful. I love Newport.
Yeah, it wasn't that far.
I wish I had known you were going to Newport. I would have given you the perfect bar with a rooftop view of the pier.
Oh, that's awesome. We got there perfectly as the sun was going down, so we got to see the sunset.
Yeah,
which was really nice. But on the way, we actually stopped off and got some ramen.
Good.
We got ourselves some dinner, so we had dinner on the beach and hung out for a little bit, and it was fun. It was actually really fun, and I tweeted this, but Gabby, over this past weekend, she has grown to understand why Star Wars is Star Wars to a lot of people. I think like Celebration was a big shell shock for her in the fact that it's more than just like a super geek culture.
Right.
Like a lot of people are raised in Star Wars, and I think her being able to see like Pedro Pascal come out and talk about it, or Rosario Dawson, or any of those people we saw on the live stage, going to the panel, seeing all that, she grew and experienced a lot more respect for what's happening because she's not a movie person. She doesn't watch a lot of the stuff that like everyone knows on this channel. We're doing the MCU watch-alongs. Like she's never seen any of those. She likes what she likes, and
they're very entertaining.
Yeah, they are.
Check those out.
Thank you. So after this weekend, as the days were going on, she was asking questions and she was trying to understand. And I realized in our conversation that Saturday night, so I had her do a watch along or binge for The Rise of Skywalker because she came with me to see that. I had her watch all the movies, but
that's not how you need to watch them.
But Sean, listen to this. What I forgot is that because of her work schedule, she didn't have time. She only watched the original and prequel or sequel trilogy. She hasn't seen the prequels. So this entire weekend with Hayden, with Ewan,
the other thing too,
she's never met Anakin Skywalker.
The other thing too, my younger sister, I have 3 sisters. I have an older sister, who's my half sister. I have a twin sister and I have a younger sister. My older sister loves Star Wars. I mean, their fucking Christmas tree was a Star Wars Christmas tree.
Love it.
Death Star tree topper and all. She's almost 40. My younger sister loves Star Wars. Because she, growing up, was attached to was a Leia fan, right? I grew up people always talk about like, oh, when's the first time you watched Star Wars? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I've always, right?
The VHS tapes right there.
Yeah, like they've always been a part of my, of since I was a baby. I've fucking watched Star Wars.
Yep.
So my younger sister also loves Star Wars. Somehow my twin sister has never seen a Star Wars. I don't understand that, but my younger sister is a lot like Gabby in other ways. And the thing that really hooked her onto Star Wars is Padme. I think Gabby
probably
would. I mean, the fact that Padme has 36 outfits, you know.
Well, so I didn't realize this until Saturday night, and we had already seen Obi-Wan. So she was asking all of these questions, and I was like, yeah, like, well, this and this. And so as I was talking to her about this, all of these things were flooding through my head that she has never met Ewan. She has never met Hayden. She has never seen Padme. And she gets confused easily because there's all of these different characters in this time period. She's only seen every movie once. And what really hooked her and she became almost like obsessed with it was baby Leia. She loves young Leia. She loves her. And so much so that the other night I was on Wednesday, I think I was in the garage. I was doing something on the computer or whatever. And I walk inside and she's watching the new episode without me. And she's like wanting to ask all these questions. It's like she's totally into it now.
But she still hasn't seen the prequels.
But she still hasn't seen the prequels. So those will be reactions coming on this channel.
Okay,
we're 100% doing reactions.
Yeah, but you got to do them. Maybe skip episode 1.
No, she needs to experience it.
I don't know. Young Anakin's so.
I know, but she's got to experience it. So like that's what blew my mind is that this entire time we're watching all this stuff and we're listening and we're hearing like the cheers for Hayden and all of it when she's never met him in a movie.
Crazy.
And it just like it blew my mind on Saturday. So on the way to the beach, at the beach on the way home, I was making her an entire Star Wars like family tree of everyone.
Yeah.
And trying to explain
I've done that.
to her, of like trying to explain to her like, okay, this Skywalker comes from this person and this person is connected here and etc. Just like the basics. And I think because what she was doing was she was confusing Luke and Anakin because she had never met Anakin.
Right.
And so I was trying to break it all down. And again, she's only seen every movie once and she did it in a very quick fashion.
Right. Because she didn't get time to digest them.
Well, and she was literally watching The Last Jedi at dinner before, like an hour before The Rise of Skywalker on an iPad. Like she was like binging like that quick because she just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go back and watch it now that she's experienced Celebration.
Oh, I can't wait.
She's going to have a much bigger appreciation knowing like what Star Wars kind of is and where it is now. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's
she seemed to enjoy it.
She was very much enjoying. I think she was enjoying it because it's something that I've waited for a long time.
Right.
Like, and she got to experience it with me and she was there like recording reactions and like taking part of it. And,
we bought these tickets 3 years ago.
Early 2019. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying one of the things for me about this celebration was because this was supposed to be 2020.
Yeah. August of 2020.
It would have been did I even know you then? Just barely.
We met at the awards of
but I mean like
January of 2020. We had never talked. No, that's wrong. Jill joined in like May of 2020.
So we had just
And you were a guest on the show in like April or something. March.
No, 2019, not 2020.
Oh no, we didn't know anybody in 2019. No. Because I went to Spectacular in 2019 and saw Smith win the belt, and then I started.
Is this correct, Jill? Is this correct? We bought these tickets before
POV. POV started in January of 2020.
So think about that. If this celebration had happened in May of 2020,
it would not have been the same.
There'd be no Harper, no Gold Leader, no Evan.
Nope.
There would have been no Burkett.
No Nikki. Andrew was very
well. She would have been there.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as a competitor goes.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, we wouldn't have known her, right?
Correct.
She would have been
The Resistance broadcast.
Right. I wouldn't have known them, wouldn't have known, like, we wouldn't have known Alex and Molly in the same. We would have known who they are, but
You're
we
still
wouldn't
watching
have,
them as fans.
yeah. Matt Gunner, Andy,
All of our patrons, everybody,
all the
POV
patrons.
Yeah.
Like this was such a different. So for me, this celebration was special. I say this, I've never been to a celebration, but this event was special to me, not because of anything we saw or learned or any of that. It was special because this was what there all told there were 13 people over here for
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There were 13 over here for our watch party. All told, there was 24 in our extended group.
There's a lot of people.
Plus more that were, group adjacent that like we got to spend this weekend with.
Yeah.
And like no matter where we went, we were with someone.
Yep.
No Brian. I mean, Brian was around, but I didn't know Brian.
This would have never happened, Sean.
I look so fat in that picture.
No,
Oh, gross.
Don't.
It's
a great photo.
I agree.
My head looks super small, by the way.
My head also. It looks like both of our heads look small.
Look how small my head looks.
It looks like an Evan Bush car picture. Yeah, I mean, like this celebration was special not because of not because of the celebration, but because like everyone that was there,
Well, I mean, the Star Wars Division picture you guys all took in front of Celebration.
Well, like, okay, so we ran into speaking of Celebration 2019 or Spectacular 2019. I met Ash Crossan at Spectacular 2019. We ran into Ash and Daniel, her partner, Saturday night. And I went, oh my God, hey Ash, like, we're in the middle of a fucking mosh pit. Like, and was so stoked to see her. And she like, it took her a minute to realize who the fuck I was. Cause whatever. But like, then she's hanging out with us and partying with us the rest of the night. Like,
that's awesome.
It's the community is what the community for me was what, or Sean Rome, who was in the chat. Sean Rome did you meet Sean?
I did. I don't think I did. Maybe I said hi, but that was better.
He's a Schmodown fan. He was at the event with us Saturday night.
I wasn't there. So,
by the way, first person to stop me because they recognized me at Celebration. It doesn't help that I was walking around with Saul or Di Malanta or whatever.
An absolute just posse of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did anyone meet Brennan? We saw Brennan, but he was.
I saw Brennan from afar. I never was able to get up to him. Yeah.
He was in the middle of a bunch of people.
Yeah. I know that he got to meet Alex and Molly. So.
But yeah, like that was what was special to me. Was like this sort of realization that there's this big dumb family of people.
I mean, it was kind of as crappy as it was waiting. It was for the perfect time.
Yeah, I'm so glad that it got postponed rather than
because like if we had gone a couple years ago, it literally just would have been Gabby, Brian, and myself.
Yeah,
just all weekend. Like,
and I probably would have just when the next celebration came around, I'd go, it's fine. I think I can miss it.
Yeah.
Because really, Celebration does not have as much like on the actual show floor. There's not as much going on at Celebration as there is at another con. In my opinion, I don't think the show floor.
I haven't been to enough to compare. So
yeah, I don't think the show floor has that much going on because a lot of it is because of the way the approval process works to get on the show floor for Celebration. Celebration is a much more corporate. It's put on by Disney, right? Like it's a Disney event. Whereas at another event, Disney would be invited, right? Like there's no Jill and I love an artist alley, you know.
There were some really good artist booths, but there wasn't like a fully
but
dedicated
it's not the same where you're getting a bunch of amateur artists or smaller artists, you know, who paid the $150 to get a booth, you know.
Yeah.
And they're going to be lucky to make their money back, you know. Like I love buying from those artists, right? Like my ton print, you know. We bought a piece of art, and there was a piece of art I wanted to buy, but I waited till Sunday and it was gone. It was just amazing. So Saturday, you were at the
beach when you guys did your
stage.
thing.
It's funny you brought up the Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Jill and I were walking over to go have her meet Anthony Daniels when they announced Pedro Pascal. And you probably didn't see it from where you were, but we were over by the TIE Fighter, and just this sea of people and screaming.
Rushing in. Dude, we were in the front. Like we were legit like right there.
It was surreal.
Yeah, it was
like surreal.
Yeah.
How excited people were.
I think and I agree with you in the sense that I think Din has quickly become one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever. Because I know you feel somewhat similar in that Din is up there for you as far as a favorite Star Wars character.
Well,
not like top 3, but like up there.
No, so it depends. It depends how I decide to answer that question.
I have a very hard time answering. Like you texted that to me yesterday, I was like, "Oh God, here we go."
Because if you ask me, depending on how you ask me that question, the answer is different.
Okay.
The adventure Din has been on is my favorite adventure in Star Wars.
Okay.
The content of Din's story,
okay.
The fact that he was a victim of the Clone Wars, of the Separatist occupation. He was rescued by Death Watch. He joined a cult and is slowly learning what's wrong with that cult. He's met all of these characters in specific times that are not what we see in the movies. They're not what we've seen in their traditional stories. We're seeing so much of the galaxy through Din that I love about Star Wars. I don't necessarily love Din's character.
Fair enough.
I don't think Din is actually a very good character. I think he's a cardboard cutout of a character.
Oh, that's a show topic right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And if we have a full show on this, my opinion will be much more nuanced, right? But if you're asking me, draw from the hip, what do I like, right? But Din's story and where I think Din's story is going and where I think Din will go as a character is one of my favorite characters. Because I think I think the thing with Din, I don't think his character as we see it in season 1 of Mandalorian, for example, is a very good character. I think it's very nuanced. I think it's very naive. I think there's not a lot of interesting there. I don't think he has a unique thought in his brain outside of what the Culvert has shown him. But I think where his story's going from meeting Luke and Ahsoka and Bo-Katan and having them oppose the views of the Armorer and Paz Vizsla, right?
Where he's going to end up is going to be big time.
Yeah. For example, I think Paz Vizsla very much has a lot of the same issues, right? Like where he doesn't have a unique thought in his head. He doesn't have, he is adherent to the creed of Death Watch and the creed of the Culvert. But because he is such a strict adherent to it, and because he's got that Vizsla legacy on his shoulders, you can read a little bit more that he is angry that he's in this position.
Yeah.
Because, right, like the way Paz is presented in the very limited scenes we have with him, is a little bit more nuanced in the way. Yeah. So to answer that question in a different way, my favorite Star Wars story being told is Din's.
Okay.
I don't think the character of Din is that interesting or nuanced. Or not nuanced. I think his character is very nuanced. I think his journey is interesting. I don't think the character is that interesting. And that's why he's surrounded by Grief Karga, Cara Dune, Queel,
yeah.
Queel,
Who
and Bo-Katan.
sadly passed, yeah.
Right. Like,
And
he's
Grogu, duh.
Oh, Grogu's not an interesting character either. He's a fucking baby.
Come on, Sean.
He's a fucking baby. He's cute. He's not interesting.
Back to what I was.
Again, Grogu's the same issue. His story is interesting.
Yeah.
What
He's the same little child. But back to what I was. I think what, because we were with the live stage with Pedro. I think Pedro over the last couple years has instantly become like one of those iconic Star Wars actors that people just crave, because he loves the fandom. He loves being a part of it. He knows what it means to be there. And The Mandalorian is like, yes, we had, Rogue One and the sequel trilogy and stuff, but in many ways, The Mandalorian, the show, was a big part in bringing what is current Star Wars back into, our everyday lives.
It's the first slam dunk for Disney.
There's it. Well, actually, you know what? I'll agree with you on that. I was going to say Rogue One might have been, but I'll agree with you on that. It's a consistent slam dunk for Mandalorian. I'll say that. The movies were not consistent whatsoever. And I think Pedro has obviously benefited from it, but it's clear by the panel that he was on with Mando Plus, the live stage, his interviews behind the scenes, that he just loves being a part of it.
Well, because I think what it is he got a taste of that from Game of Thrones.
I mean, he was an unknown.
He's in like 4 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and then he gets his head smashed in.
Yeah. So I think he really values this experience in the same way that I'm going to go back to Jeremy Bullock. Jeremy Bullock is literally like a fucking stunt guy, I think. I mean, he was a stand-in. He wore a fucking suit of armor, and someone else did the voice.
He didn't show a single piece of skin.
Yeah, and someone else did the voice. And he lived the rest of his life as Boba fucking Fett, because he stood there in armor. He didn't utter a single line, and he lived the rest of his life as Boba fucking Fett. Like, there's something special about being in a Star Wars. And a lot of people talked about, like, man, I wish Jake Lloyd could come to a celebration and see the love and the adoration that he would get. I think he's fucking terrible, but other people love Jake Lloyd, I guess.
I don't think he deserved what he got when he was
a kid.
It's
Absolutely not.
Different now.
Yeah, absolutely not. If I were to meet Jake Lloyd, I would give him a big fucking hug and probably then check to make sure I wasn't stabbed. That's a joke because he was in prison.
Oh my god! I want to.
You know what you're getting into when you invite me on the show.
It's just I love it. Couple things here, Sean. Did you just give me a meh hand gesture for Rogue One?
Rogue One is a rough, rocky movie. It's one of my absolute favorite Star Wars movies. But the film is rough and it's rocky. There are flaws. There are a lot of flaws.
A little messy.
It's really messy.
It's from 2 different directors. That's why.
And I think the problem is, as Star Wars fans, we often get lost in. The problem with Star Wars fans is there's two camps for Star Wars, right? There's the positive and the negative.
Yeah.
And no one wants to be the middle ground, right? And I think that middle ground is where there's so much good discussion.
Oh, that's the best discussion.
Rogue One is a rough, rocky movie. As a piece of Star Wars media, it is fucking perfect. But as a movie, scratch off those serial numbers. It's a rough movie, right?
I love the middle ground, by the way. I literally today, I was having a very long conversation with my best friend over text messages about Obi-Wan and how he's kind of just been like an average at best right now to the series. Because part of it was expectations, but part of it was what he was kind of hoping for the series. And I love being the person to be like, well, there's this, and yes, I agree with you here. But and I think that's where Star Wars needs to live, and that's where kind of like our small community has been able to live, because we're able to, like, if you don't like something and I like it, we're able to converse about it.
Yeah.
We don't have to be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you because you don't like it. Like,
well, okay. A great example of this, right? Ken Knapsack loves Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
I don't. I don't love it. In fact, some would say I don't like it. Because it's Star Wars, though, I like it better than most movies, right? Like, but in the grand scheme of Star Wars, it's missing a lot of the things that I want out of a Star Wars. There's a lot of rocks. You're right. We're on 2 rock planets. Although Jeddah is fucking cool, and there's a new audio drama coming out.
I was just gonna say we're seeing Jeddah again. Yeah.
Yeah. High Republic, Jeddah, Battle for Jeddah, High Republic.
Super cool.
Give it to me. I gotta catch them on High Republic.
By the way, did you see the High Republic Easter egg in Obi-Wan? You didn't see this?
No.
In the Jedi, or in the safe house, in the safe house,
yeah.
When one of the writings on the wall is for light and life.
Oh, in Arabesh. Okay.
Yeah, it says that.
All right, let's talk about that. We got there. Corran Horn. Let's talk about him. Jake, do you know who Corran Horn is?
So I don't know who Corran Horn is specifically, but I'm guessing everyone is talking about the person laying on the floor when Reva takes Leia. No? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Fill me in.
Corran Horn, and I've never read. I'm gonna preface this by saying I've never read any of these books. I didn't, but I'm familiar with the story of Corran Horn. Corran Horn first debuted in a book called I, Jedi.
I'm guessing this is a Legends book.
It's Legends, which is set sometime after Episode 6, I believe, after the Thrawn trilogy. His story arc through the books and the characters interwoven with his stories are interesting. Talon Card. I love Talon Card.
I, Jedi was after.
No, I said after the Thrawn trilogy. I said that.
I'm gonna look him up. Corran.
No, don't. I'm gonna explain it, and then you can look him up later.
Okay.
So Corran Horn is a Force sensitive who becomes a Jedi, and he also becomes rogue leader.
Oh, I love that.
Okay,
love that.
He is Corellian born.
Okay,
and his father survived Order 66.
And it was a Jedi?
He was a Jedi.
Whoa.
So his father survived Order 66, changed his name.
Okay.
And then moved to Corellia.
So his real name's not Corran Horn.
Well, no, Corran's real name's Corran Horn, but his father's name is
his father. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I don't know his father's name.
I need to pour another glass of whiskey.
Do that. I don't know his father's name, but his father is relevant to this story. So, in episode 2, when the mother and the child are fleeing to where? Do you remember where they were fleeing?
No,
and Camille Nanjiani helps them escape on the refuge.
In Obi-Wan episode 2.
Yeah. They're fleeing to Corellia.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, was the
little kid's name is Corran.
Whoa.
And the mom isn't named in the episode and isn't named in the credits. But on IMDb, Lucasfilm went in and changed the mom's name to be Corran's mom's name. There's more. There's more. In episode 3 or part 3, when Reva is about to touch the Jedi symbol,
okay,
the name written on the wall to the right of the Jedi symbol is Corran Horn's father's name.
Oh my god.
So a lot of people are speculating that that this is planting the seeds for the Rogue Squadron movie.
Holy shit!
Because you don't do both of those things.
No, you don't.
If you
do one
don't-
of- yeah.
Yeah, you can do one of them and call it an Easter egg. If you do two of them,
So what you're saying is, Corran Horn could be our lead of Rogue Squadron.
yeah, Corran Horn. You could, you could.
And
you
this
also
is just
throw,
this is just for like to get information. Is he a white person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in
he
Obi-Wan,
looks like Han Solo. Half the Legends characters look like either Han Solo or Luke Skywalker.
oh, okay, fair enough.
They look like me. They all look like me or you.
So on the topic of Rogue Squadron, I just want to put this out there because I've been saying this everywhere. I don't know what's up with the movie, like where it's at, etc. And I said this on Apocalypse when we did our Top Gun Maverick review, but I think Lucasfilm should hire Joseph Kaczynski to direct Rogue Squadron. Personally,
I still want Patty. Patty seems really excited about it. I still want Patty to do it.
I am too, but like, what is happening?
Yeah, I'm hoping. If they make Corran Horn canon, I might lose it.
Gordon,
okay.
I'm gonna want to hear more thoughts on Corran Horn for you, man. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on this character.
Well,
This
I don't.
sounds
Okay,
cool.
so again, I don't know Corran that well. Maybe I'll go read some Rogue Squadron books and Jedi. I never read the Rogue
this guy
Squadron.
sounds really cool.
You know who you should talk to about Corran Horn
Alex
is the biggest Rogue Squadron fan you know.
Alex would probably lose his shit if Corran Horn came into live action.
Yeah, which I don't know if I didn't watch their deep dive
review
episode.
I didn't watch the long one, but he didn't mention anything on the short.
He didn't mention it in the short one. I watched the short one.
Yeah.
Man, our chat knows way more about Corran Horn.
So
than
apparently he has a silver lightsaber.
Yeah, and green Jedi robes.
What?
Because apparent in Legends, Corellian Jedi all wore green, and they look really cool.
Do you think they'll do that in live action though?
Yeah, fuck it. Or give him a green robe, right? Like,
well, so okay, now that begs the question: was he in the fight of the sequel trilogy? Because Rogue Squadron is supposed to take place in that era.
We don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that. That's speculation.
Kathleen Kennedy said all the new movies are taking place in the sequel era.
Maybe. I mean, I hope Rogue Squadron takes place
before New Hope.
No, Rogue Squadron is formed.
After A New Hope.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron is formed after A New Hope. There's a great chapter on it in From a Certain Point of View, Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, it's after A New Hope.
With Wedge and Zev and Hobby forming Rogue Squadron. Yeah, fucking Legends canon's weird, right? People own their own Star Destroyers. Don't get me started on fucking Sunterfell. We'll talk about Sunterfell one day.
I love Legends though because it's so weird and wacky.
It's so weird.
But
so Sunterfell is like one of the like he's a crazy TIE interceptor ace that ends up marrying Boba Fett's daughter, and then Boba Fett becomes like the queen of Mandalore, or Boba Fett's daughter. It's fucking weird, man. Legends is weird. Cheryl, you sent me a lovely message on Discord that I need to respond to. I own the Thrawn trilogy. I've never read Outbound Flight, but I have read the other two. The other two in the Thrawn, the duology that follows the Thrawn trilogy. I haven't read any of the new Thrawn. I read one of the new Thrawn stuff, and then I got bored.
I was pretty bored with him as well.
Yeah, I don't think Timothy Zahn cares anymore. I don't have the special edition for Heir to the Empire. I think I have first editions though, that I got at a college book sale. That was my so Legends. I read some Star Wars books growing up, but my real like turn on to Legends was in 2012, maybe 2011. I was walking through the junior college campus that I didn't go to, about a block from Hopscotch, and there was a used book sale, and I found the 3 Thrawn trilogy there, and I'm like, oh, these look fantastic. Like, what are these? I need these. Well, I don't know what these are. I need them. And I fucking devoured them, and I fucking loved them.
The Thrawn trilogy is brilliant. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Brian needs to read the Thrawn trilogy.
It's so good. It is so ridiculously good.
Yeah, I want to read. I maybe I should go back and read. I mean, I need to read so many canon books first.
I'm a little behind on the High Republic stuff.
I'm behind on everything.
It's a cop out, but the wedding has overtaken a lot of my life.
Well, you've read Master and Apprentice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read Master and Apprentice, and then we're gonna talk.
I think I do. I have the book. Yeah, it's right there. I have it.
Yeah, when I say read, I mean listen to.
I do all the audiobooks, but I buy some of the books just to have.
Yeah.
And for the most part, those are my favorites. Or like the Thrawn one I have is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, etc. As something just fell behind me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had a picture fall.
I
like how you have your pops organized in trios, like relevant trios.
Yeah. Well, like these are all the Rays, and then these are the Clone Wars ones. Yeah. So it's my OCD brain, you know. That's just how it works.
So, all right. So Saturday was cool. Saturday night, I went to an event.
I was asleep during all this, so
I know. I went to an event called Mosh Isley, which I'm wearing the shirt for. It's a lovely shirt. The poster is even better. So before all this, I wanted to be when I was in college, and for a few years after, I wanted to be a artist manager for musicians. I used to book venues and book shows and help bands with their image and social media and all that, which it's so different now. I don't understand social media anymore.
I don't either.
But I did all that, right? And I did that from the time I was 19 until I was 26. 25. 26? 26. One of my favorite local venues is a place called Chain Reaction, which growing up, it was a fucking hole in the wall. By the way, it hasn't changed. It's a fucking hole in the wall. It's decorated in t-shirts. It's cramped. It's dingy. It needs a new coat of paint. But all of the big major Southern California bands got their start there. If you go in there, there's a No Doubt shirt on the wall from when they first played there, when Gwen was like 18 or 17. My sister saw Hayley Williams there in like 2002 playing with Paramore. Like before they were
a thing.
Paramore.
Yeah.
Right? Like all the emo and pop punk scene got their start there. A bunch of post-hardcore bands, the very few that we have from California. Avenged Sevenfold got their start there. So it's this venue that it's just very special. I saw Young the Giant, if you're familiar with Young the Giant. They sing Cough Syrup, which is a big radio hit from 10 years ago now. But I saw them there under a different name in like 2009. And that was the only song they still play is Cough Syrup. But like it's a venue that's very special for me. Yeah, like Matt, who's from England, like knows about Chain Reaction. Like
so it's a popular venue. It's like a big thing.
Yeah, but Jake, it's the size of my apartment.
I've heard Jill kept saying how tiny it was.
Well, yeah. Jill, I love Jill to death. Jill doesn't have the same appreciation for it. Like the same, like it doesn't have the same prestige to Jill, right? Because although she's a big music fan and a big fan of that scene, she didn't come up through it the way I did, right? Like, it's different. The size of that venue is what gives it its charm, right? Like, it's because it's intimate.
Well, it's
I
the
saw a
history
band-
of the walls. Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw a band there called Atreyu, who you've probably never heard of, but they're a big hardcore, post-hardcore, metalcore, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure Matt can tell me what genre they are in the chat. They're a big, I call them post-hardcore, I guess, or hardcore band. And I had seen them with hundreds of people, thousands of people at Vans Warped Tour is where I had seen them before. Or I saw them on tour with Linkin Park. Like, I saw them on tour with Chris Cornell. That's where I had seen them before. And then I got a chance, after I had seen all of that, I got a chance to see them in this tiny venue with 60 people, right? That's what makes that venue special. So the lead singer, or the bass player for Bayside, and the lead singer from Yellow Card, Ryan Key, William Ryan Key, and Nick from Bayside. They put on this show at Chain Reaction, and it's a DJ set, right? Like, there's no live band. It's just DJ set. And it's just all emo and pop punk music from all of our high school years. I guess we're all about the same age. And it was just a lot of fun. I'm not going to share a lot of stories from it because, it was one of those you had to be there things. And you can look at the pictures on my Facebook or on my Twitter and on Alex's or on Star Wars Explained and on Matt Gunner and all that. But it was a fucking blast, man. Storm to Pass is good. If you want some Atreyu, go listen to their greatest hits, including the bonus song. Their greatest hits came out. It's always weird to me when a band's greatest hits come out in the middle of their career. But Atreyu's greatest hits is all of their old style. And then at the end of greatest hits, they play a song called The Theft, which is my favorite song by them. And it is so divergent from the rest of the album that you don't even know it's the same fucking band. And then when you're done with that, go listen to Lead Sails Paper Anchors, which is their album that followed that, which is just a great fucking radio, like stadium rock. Yeah, Matt, all his favorite bands came through there. 18 Visions, Bleeding Through, Avenged Sevenfold. I saw Ludo there. I saw the Somerset there. I mean, like, I fucking love that place, man. I love that place. I love it to death. But that was,
go ahead. No, good.
I was just gonna say it was something special. It was, and there was a Boba Fett cosplayer on stage the entire show.
Wow.
It's like 90 degrees in that place.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, because I know that it was called Mosh Heisley. So, like, what made it Star Wars themed? Was it just like called Mosh Heisley because of the Star Wars celebration? Okay, fair enough.
The premise was you were supposed to come in Star Wars costume.
Got it.
Molly Damon, you get here.
You and Alex need to be here.
Molly, you get in here. Everyone had lightsabers. Maybe Alex will tell some stories from Mosh Eisley.
Alex clearly had a blast. And
Alex had a blast.
The fact that those videos live on a Star Wars Explained Twitter is amazing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't want to tell any of his stories, but he was like, "Yeah, I had to post them that night, otherwise I wouldn't have posted them." But it was yeah. So and then all the hosts were in Star Wars stuff, like Nick from Bayside was in a Rey costume.
Oh, nice.
And he's like a 6'4", very in shape, very handsome man in a Rey costume. And then the other, the guy who was playing DJ was in, biker, not bike. He was in Rebel Pathfinder gear, the green camo poncho with the helmet.
Yeah.
So that's what made it Star Wars. Was everyone had lightsabers, everyone was in Star Wars gear. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And sadly, Molly left early.
Well, I mean, she had a good reason for her anyway.
She's exhausted.
Well, no, she said that they only serve beer.
Yeah, I know. How do you think I feel? I don't drink beer.
Yeah, that's true. You don't drink beer at all?
I'll have a sour here and there. I like sour beer.
What happens if my wedding runs out of bourbon, Sean?
I'll drink beer. Like I'll drink beer. But if I have a choice,
I'll leave you a flask. How about that?
I'll bring a flask.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll bring a fucking bottle. I'll bring a good bottle for you and I to have.
Fair. I mean, there's plenty to hear for you to choose from. So
I'll bring. Well, I don't know. I don't know about bringing booze on a plane.
no, yeah, you're gonna drink mine.
I'm not gonna drink all your booze.
Do you know how much of it I have?
No, but I can't wait to find out.
I have so much of it that it's way more than just 2 days worth. So 3 days worth, actually.
Don't you dare. That sounds like a challenge.
You do you, bro.
Jill and I booked our flights today, so we're excited. We're very excited for that weekend.
I'm very excited to finally have you guys in my territory.
Well, you're going to be so busy, Jake.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are staying with us Thursday night, so
yeah, that's fair. But what's the flight back? 45 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
Okay. So we'll get there like 6:30, maybe 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick you guys up. So
cool. We have to organize with your other house guests.
Correct.
Make sure they land at a similar time or an earlier time.
Correct.
Or a slightly later time. Otherwise, we'll be drinking at the airport for a little bit.
I mean, the airport's not super far away from where I am too. It's actually a nice little back street, so I don't have to take like a major freeway to get there. No, it's gonna be fun.
Andy, I was talking about that with Reefton the other day. That like the fact that he gets to fly to London, him flying from a different country is shorter than flying from where the Damons live to where we live. Like Saul was saying, he had a 6-hour flight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I have an anecdote about Saul. He stole Jill's Polaroid camera on Sunday. And he left with a stack of pictures. Saul, if you're watching this, you have to tell me. No one tells Saul what I'm about to tell him.
Uh-oh.
What I'm about to tell you guys. So today I sent him a Polaroid camera. So it should arrive tomorrow.
So what you're saying is Saul should not come to the wedding because we're going to be having Polaroid cameras there.
Are you going to have Polaroid cameras there?
Possibly.
That's a good idea. I love it. I love it. Like I wish I had a Polaroid camera because I didn't take enough pictures. I never take enough pictures. I don't like taking pictures.
Neither do I.
But that also means I don't have pictures with any of my friends.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we have one. So
I don't have. You guys sent it to
me. We look like Evan's drawings, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll take a better picture at your wedding. Do I have to what's the dress code?
We're calling it cocktail.
Okay, because
you seem our special guests are here, by the way.
You seem like a suit guy.
No, you don't have to wear a suit.
I don't.
I mean, I'll be wearing a suit, obviously, but you know. Okay, we're gonna bring him in to spice up this conversation here. Our special guests.
Well, we're kind of delaying the conversation for them at this point.
What's up, guys?
Hello. I gave Molly just like a tiny, tiny little pour of scotch.
It smells really strong.
Cheers.
You've had it before. It's Balvenie, whatever, however you say that.
That sounds right, Jake.
Oh, that's great. Love that.
We were talking about Mosh Isley.
Heard of it.
Never
been. Don't recall.
No, you don't recall. Yeah. I don't either.
That's all you.
Molly, why'd you leave?
you know why I left. They only had beer, and I was tired and hot.
They had seltzers.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't think you would have stayed.
I was beyond the point of being sold by a seltzer at that point of the night.
Well,
I
and
was
Zach was
just-
Zach was a broken man.
Literally and
Physically.
figuratively.
Physically. What's your guys' favorite thing about Celebration this year?
Gunji lives. That's the loudest I screamed at Celebration, I think.
Wow.
I think that's true. Gungi, which I'm gonna still call him Gungi.
Yeah, is it
Gungi sounds
or
better.
Gungi? Which one
It's
is
Gungi.
Yeah, I don't-
Everyone yells at us for saying Gungi, but Gungi sounds cuter. I think it's
sounds
Gungi.
better.
I mean,
Yeah,
It
I
sounds like a
right.
Wookiee name. Gungi
It
sounds
it
like
sounds right. Gungi sounds right. Yeah.
sounds like Gumby.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
I don't know. One of my favorite moments was probably just being at Galaxy's Edge with a bunch of hardcore Star Wars nerds. Shout out to Jill for babysitting.
Who needed babysitting?
You did.
Why? When?
Because I
It's
left.
fine.
I said
I was in good hands.
I said
He's an
goodbye.
adult.
Sean threw me up on his shoulders and no one got hurt.
Jill was a little worried because Molly put us in charge of you, and then I decided to make sure you crowd surfed.
that was the first time that I put people in charge of you that I
Why do people feel like they have to be in charge of me? I'm older than you are.
by a few
You're older than we
weeks.
are.
Yeah, I'm the oldest person here.
Look.
I'm a successful person. I can handle myself.
Well, you're a rock star at Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was wild. That meetup
Oh.
outside of the convention center and even inside, that was wild.
It got to his head, and he was like, I don't know how to do this.
Someone put me on their shoulders.
Someone help
me.
No, but the whole weekend was
a
freaking
blast.
crazy. It was so much fun. I just wish we had more time to hang out and like not do work stuff.
Yeah.
Like we
You
had
guys were busy.
we had to cover all of the actual like work Star Wars announcements that they did, but just
And some even a bunch you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was expecting it to be like 2019, which was like one video a day. And that wasn't that bad. And it was a lot more this time around.
Do you know how many videos you ended up putting out?
9.
Jesus.
Wow.
We counted on the way home.
9
God.
videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which
Oh my.
to be fair, like some of those videos, I was like, do people even want to see our reaction to this?
Yes.
Because at that point we were like just so worn down and tattered, and we were just like, we saw this footage and it was cool, and I think I remember it.
I think people wanted to watch. Our YouTube analytics say they did.
I was gonna say it's probably got to be a good weekend for YouTube analytics.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was
But-
just busy.
Well, we have August. August, you guys don't have to work,
Until the 31st,
and then you have to work again.
the last day.
Yeah.
But
you guys
I mean, Jake's wedding in August.
yeah, you guys got a free vacation weekend, which is nice. So
That's true.
Yes, that's gonna be really fun.
We've been informed that Sean snores, though, so we're
Yeah.
already preparing for that. I don't
I
care.
do.
I don't care at
I
all.
do.
You're perfect in my eyes.
well, the rooms are on the opposite end of the house, which helps. They're not next to each
Well,
other.
I was trying to like for some reason today at work I was trying to plan my fall, and I'm like, okay, how long are we staying at Jake's? What's the plan for this? What's the plan for October? Because we're going to Vegas in October, and like trying to figure that out. And I'm like, are we staying till Sunday or Monday for Jake's wedding? And Jill's like, I don't know. I'll see what the Damons are doing. And then Molly's like, well, apparently Molly had said, we'll stay if you guys are going to stay.
We're going to see what you're doing.
If we get a hotel room, I'm like, I don't want to stay in a hotel room with them. I snore. I don't want them to hear that.
Trust me, we've heard worse snoring.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
It's pretty bad.
I have slept in a room with this one and like 4 other dudes that all snore at
I don't
like
snore.
at like a 9. Like out of 10, they're
Yeah,
snoring.
but don't
at
lump me in with them.
you don't snore, but there are like 2 times in the year that I will handle rooming with people that snore, and it's like Dragon Con and one other like nerdy convention thing that we're like sharing a room with people. That's like the only time that I will deal with other people snoring. And even then I was like, really? Like, you're gonna snore this loud and this much?
It's not a choice.
Could you just pipe down?
Could you just not? But
It's
no,
not a choice.
I'm used to it by now.
Can we talk about how Dragon Con has a lifetime pass?
Used to.
I think
No,
it still
it's still
does,
there.
but it's more expensive now.
They still sell it?
Yeah, but it used to be like ridiculously cheap to the point where people who got it are like laughing at everyone else now.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's a lifetime pass is still cheaper than 2 days of celebration.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's only $400.
it's
Really?
Is it really?
however
Yeah.
much it costs.
Whatever, we're guests now.
What?
What? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Guests of not just guests of honor.
No. Our badge just says guest. And they crossed the of honor out.
However much it costs for like the lifetime thing, it's worth it because the people who got it years ago are laughing their way to the bank.
It's $400 for a lifetime pass.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I was trying to convince Jill to we're going to go to Dragon Con this year.
You should do that.
It didn't work.
Why not?
I don't know.
She's wrong.
Yeah.
It's-
Maybe I'll come out myself without Jill.
She would be so mad if that happened.
I gave her the option.
Yeah.
I gave her the
Quote,
option.
whatever, we're guests now.
I got a question.
Saying the truth.
We were talking about celebration for the last 2.5 hours, and you guys have been to multiple. How did this one live up to previous celebrations?
Keep in mind we have 10 viewers, so you get to say whatever you want.
Yeah, facts.
I'm trying to think back on like announcements and stuff. So no movies to talk about this year.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is a bit of a letdown, but it also was like nothing got announced
Yeah.
that I can recall in 2017 or 2019. 2019 was really fun to see the first footage of The Mandalorian, but also the footage that they showed, I was like, whoa, that doesn't look great.
Oh,
And I think this, from what they showed, I think this was the most exciting celebration. Because, like I said, 2019 was like a video a day.
Mhm.
They had
To be fair, I'm wrong. Apparently, it's $4,000.
that makes more sense.
Yeah,
That makes a lot more sense. $400.
I was looking at
like,
work.
I'm buying that
Add an extra
tomorrow.
I do think you're right. I think at one point it was probably significantly less because one of our friends' brothers got an Eternal Pass and laughs at us every year
Mhm.
because he just gets to, and he did not pay
Plus they get to-
$4,000 for it.
Plus, they get to call it an internal pass.
It's pretty cool.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm an Eternal member.
it's no big deal.
Pretty good flex.
That's better than guest.
I think so. I agree.
Way better.
I agree. I don't know. What was your favorite celebration of the 3 we've been to?
I don't know.
Answer after taking a sip of this.
Oh no.
Come on, Molly. It's not that bad.
It's like, look at, I barely poured you anything.
It's so good.
But it smells like fire.
That's the best part. Oh, okay. Hold on. While we're on the topic of whiskey,
We have to practice for next weekend.
Sean and I decided that July's happy hour has officially been taken over, and we're going to. It's going to be a guys' night, and Brian will be doing a whiskey tasting.
Does Brian like whiskey?
Nope.
No.
Wait a second. I mean, I do want to see that. I do want to see Brian
It's-
drink whiskey on camera.
It's for my birthday.
Yeah, it's Sean's birthday. That's why.
Yeah,
It'd be fun.
I'm okay with that.
You got to have a
Alex-
boys' night logo.
That's why I said I'm gonna make Brian, or I'm gonna have Brian Ward make a renegade logo. It's happy hour.
Every night is boys' night for you guys, right?
Huh?
Every night is boys' night
Where?
for you guys. For everywhere in the world. The whole world is boys' night all the time. It's no. What'd you ask me? My favorite part of celebration?
What was your favorite celebration? 2017, 19, or 22?
I mean, this is the one that Grogu actually made an appearance at a panel. And
This was the first one you knew that Grogu existed.
Yeah, that's weird to think of. Yeah.
I love him so much.
I know.
We were talking about how weird it was that if this had actually happened in 2020, like I didn't even know Jake.
It wouldn't have been the same. It would not have been the same. It would have been so weird. It literally would have been Gabby, Brian, and I the whole entire weekend.
Yeah, what would we have talked about? Like, The Mandalorian would have been out. The Rise of Skywalker would have been over.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I don't think Ahsoka was announced. Bad Batch wasn't a thing. Obviously, no Tales of the Jedi.
Clone Wars season 7 got announced in 2019.
So I guess Clone Wars maybe.
Yeah.
It would have been very small. Like probably like as far as announcements go.
Wait, Clone Wars got announced in 20. Yeah, you said 2019, right?
2019.
So they would have done that before Celebration 2020.
Was that at
So-
Comic-Con? Did they do that at Comic-Con?
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know what they would have talked about at 2020
That would have
at
been
all.
weird. Yeah. Maybe an official Obi-Wan announcement, but that might have been it. Because was Obi-Wan even announced then? I don't think
They
Obi-Wan
talked about that at D23. I think that was that 2020? No.
I don't know.
I don't remember when they announced the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Because 2020 was the year where we got like all of those announcements during Investors Day
Yeah.
in December. So maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi happened earlier that year, but I can't recall.
It's hard
Which-
to know because the whole thing kept getting teased, and it was like, it's a movie. No, it's a TV show. No, it's a movie. No, it's a miniseries. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm loving it as a series so
Me too.
far. I don't know about you.
It's
guys.
great.
Me too.
Alex, you did miss the core and horn discussion.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had
That you would have actually probably had
iconic
something
discussion.
interesting to say about.
Our chat blew up about him.
You
So-
haven't really gotten to talk about that too much.
my video about it is coming out Sunday.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go.
Because
There you go. There you go,
mentioned it
Jake.
to you.
Yeah, there we go. Because I had never heard of him before, and Sean gave me like a down low. He gave me like a complete breakdown of the character, which
A wildly inaccurate breakdown.
Well,
but a
I mean,
What
breakdown.
did you say?
maybe.
I'm sure it was fine.
Well, he's a Corellian Jedi.
Uh-huh.
I said he was Rogue Leader, which is not true.
That's not true.
But he was in Rogue Squadron. I
That's
got that right.
He was Rogue 9, I believe.
He had
That his father was survived Order 66,
Mm-hmm.
and he wore green robes
And a green flight suit.
and a green flight suit. And apparently he had a silver lightsaber.
the chat said that one. I don't know
Yeah,
if
the
that's
chat
All
said
right.
that one,
The
yeah.
picture I recall, I mean, it's been a while since I've read his Jedi books. I love the X-Wing books. And then in like the third and fourth book, they figure out he's force sensitive or whatever. And honestly, that's the point where I'm like, okay,
I'm good.
like he could have just been a great pilot.
I sadly never read the Rogue Squadron books. I know.
Oh, Sean,
I
they're
know.
so good. They're so good.
I know. Oh,
I haven't
never
read
read
it.
them either.
Maybe I need to. Yeah.
Molly.
You knew that.
I know.
I will
Those,
add them
I
to the
remember
list.
reading those in fourth grade and being like, this is the coolest shit I've ever read.
I read the Young Jedi Knight books.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one with Jason and Jaina on the cover, a crashed TIE fighter, and a Wookiee. That
Lobaka.
wasn't Chewbacca. Lobaka.
Lobaka.
Thank you.
Lobaka?
His nephew. It's Chewie's nephew. Yes. He has a bronze lightsaber.
Wow. What?
Look,
Wow.
I can just leave.
I'm trying to tell you things.
No.
Don't leave.
I love this storytelling version of Alex. So Lobaka, bronze lightsaber. Tell me more.
It's kind of he's Chewie's nephew. He's force sensitive. And George Lucas was like, oh, I don't know about force sensitive Wookiees. And then he changed his mind for Gungi. So he's like, George Lucas is very fickle.
Very fickle.
Mm-hmm.
Just if he thinks of a Wookiee that might be cute with a lightsaber, he's like, nah, change my mind.
Yep.
I want to do it.
And now we're getting them left and right. We got Buryaga, we got Arkoff.
Mm-hmm.
Force sensitive Wookiees everywhere.
Burry is not dead.
Those sound like High Republic characters.
They are.
Burry is.
Hi, Jill.
So is Arkoff.
I
Hi,
was
Jill.
lonely. I was lonely. I wanted to join.
Bring a chair and pop in.
Jill,
Just
there's
saying.
too much male energy going on in this show right now.
I'm here to save
We
you.
have to-
I'm
we
here
have
save
to.
you.
We got to do something about it.
Oh, let me get a chair. Hang on.
Grab one of the bar stools. It'll fit
The
here.
bar stool. It's
It'll-
so high.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
make a
fair.
real drink that isn't
Well, I'm gonna make Jill drink whiskey.
Wow.
devil juice that you get.
I drink whiskey like Molly drinks whiskey, meaning I don't drink whiskey.
Oh, you're giving her the Highland?
I am.
Wow. Wow.
I am.
Jealous.
Are you
Very
giving me
jealous.
that?
I am.
Why?
Because you won't drink anything else.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Can you bring the Balvenie up while you're
Hmm?
okay?
Oh god, this
Are we? Should we?
Can-
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Oh god, thank you. I'm yellow.
There's a light in her face.
Hello.
Should we like not do this on air at this point?
No.
I mean, we can end the show and then just hang
everything.
out afterwards
Everything
if
is
you want.
content.
Yeah. I think the chat is. I mean, they're.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
God, what is this?
I'm trying
That's
to.
expensive scotch.
It's gasoline.
It smells like.
It's
I like
pure
the smell of
gasoline.
gas.
That's better than what I'm drinking right now.
What is it? Highlander? Is that what you
That
said?
is
Highland Park.
Highland Park 15 year
It's a very expensive bottle.
that I bought with my work bonus. Because
Jill, you are that is what's being called as treated right now.
As what?
treated.
I'm
You're
being
treated
treated?
right now.
Is it because you love me or because you want to see me make a face?
I want to see you make a face.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Where did you put my actual drink?
Away.
No. I want it.
That's not that bad of a face.
You had this on Wednesday and liked it.
It was a long face.
Like,
You liked this on Wednesday.
but I don't. There's just something about whiskey where it's just like it just does not. I do like the aftertaste though. The aftertaste is a little sweet. What's this one?
This is Brandy's favorite.
Okay, this one I can actually smell.
Okay, good. Well, it's not scotch, so it's less peaty.
Clears the sinuses though. Oh, where'd Molly go? You heard us
Molly went to go make a
join me in my
real
torment,
drink.
Molly.
A
A
real
real
drink.
drink. Oh, she's making a marg.
Is that a
isn't she?
giant Babu Frick pop?
Sure is.
Yes. Yep.
That's
Alex
cool.
is like, I don't even know what's back here.
Well, she has a stuffed one too, and I didn't. If I in the camera, I couldn't tell if that was the stuffed one or the
I didn't-
pop.
I didn't know that. So did Molly make a droid too while you guys were there?
Yeah.
I didn't know she made one. It's up there right next to Grogu, right?
Oh
This
yeah.
one I
There's
can-
it's
Okay,
BBGB,
not that one.
which
I
stands
had
for
no
BB
idea
Good
she
Boy.
made one. That's awesome.
I mean,
How do
mine's
you
better, but-
feel about the droid building experience, Alex?
It depends on what you choose to build. If you're gonna do it and you want to really customize your droid, pick an R2 unit, and you will have a lot of options. I picked the C unit, and I feel like I barely customized it. Honestly, none of us were impressed with the experience behind it. And then we sat outside and we were waiting for Andy to make his lightsaber. So we were just sitting around for 20 minutes, and we were all like, let's pop our droids out and roll them around because we have the space. And we started like doing battle bots. And that's when I was like, I love this. Yeah. So, oh, I thought you were handing me a drink.
What?
So yeah, the experience is like, but
Oh, that's definitely
the end result is pretty cool.
I want one. I saw Molly's
so
Instagrams
make an R2
today.
unit, because it can be an R2 unit, an R3 unit, an R5 unit. Like you have a lot more customization.
But I'm shocked that the C units aren't compatible with the R units.
They kind of are. Like,
Look how cute that thing is.
Molly, I had no idea you made one. No clue until
Oh,
earlier.
it's transparent.
That's very cool. Yeah.
I don't know.
and the BB units had more customization than the C units as well.
This is BBGB.
BBGB.
This is BBGB. You have to say his name really quick to get
BBGB.
his attention. Otherwise, he's like, "Huh? What?" Huh?
BBGB.
He's my favorite.
Oh my god, I love him.
And
Build a droid.
this was actually like pretty quick to make.
Yeah, it's a fast thing.
Experience.
It's basically like the body and the head, right? Essentially is what it's like.
I think for the BB units, I think you could pick like a top half and a bottom half for
big
the
ol'
big
remote.
spear, and then a head.
It's a huge remote.
That's a big old remote.
This is comical. Like,
That's huge.
I'm shocked there's not an app for
I
it.
was just thinking
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Like, come on, Disney.
The C unit, it was like you pick a body and a head, and that was it. That was it for customization. The R units that had the most, you would pick like a head, which could be an R3, an R5, an R2, like lots of customization there, lots of different bodies. And then when you got to the station where you assemble it all, you can pull panels off and put different colors on, but only for R units. You can't do it for anything else.
I don't know the R3 unit head.
Hello.
Hilo is just like
Maybe I'm just thinking of R2 and R5.
angrily.
They might only have those two options.
Hilo is just angrily chewing on a bone down there. Like,
I
well,
hear
you
him.
guys aren't paying any attention to me, so
Not paying
Well,
any
you-
attention.
Oh no, they have an R4, right?
okay, Alex. I was just gonna turn my droid on because I have to actually open mine up to turn it on.
Oh, is Alex
was like,
getting his
I'm-
droid?
I gotta go get Mark too.
His name's Mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put
His
the dogs
name's-
outside. I'll be right back.
His name's
Wait.
Mark.
That is cute.
Oh my god, I want one. Look at him! Look at him! Look at his little hands.
Yeah, see, I would think that would be compatible with the R2.
Hilo was like
Hilo hates it.
he
Uh-oh.
hates it so much down here.
Alex, why is your droid named Mark?
M4RK
Okay.
is, yeah. So the Templin Institute was with us all week, and his name is Mark, but he spells it with a C. So I named mine M4RK. Very important that it's with a K and not a C. And
Mark
then
with a K.
the rest of the weekend, I got to tell Mark how great he was. And Mark from the Templin Institute got confused. He was like, "Thank you for the compliment," and I was like, "No, I was talking to
No.
Mark."
No, I'm talking about my droid. Sorry.
Alex, they have the R4 and the R5.
Oh, okay.
The kind of conical one.
Oh my god,
Wow.
you make it sound like Chopper.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, and then you can put whatever chip you want.
No,
in.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
talking.
Is there a sassy chip?
That's
You can-
Chopper.
That's what
Chopper.
Brian's is. Yeah.
Sassy
This
one.
is a sneak peek for our Q&A tomorrow, but Alex forgot to install manners in this one.
Is that an option you could do?
You can get different chips, different personality chips.
Is your droid just a huge asshole?
No, he's wonderful.
No, he's wonderful.
He's
He just has
perfect.
no manners.
He's my perfect son.
He's my perfect
I
son.
do. I do
You saw the
appreciate
video with
Big's
his
yellow.
the
Yes.
gun, right? I have a video of Mark holding a giant gun. Just like ready to, ready
To be
go
clear,
ham.
the droid, not the Canadian.
Oh, yes. Hold on. I'm about to find it.
Riveting.
Riveting.
Hilo.
Kilo's like, what? We're,
Look, at this point, half the people in the chat were there with us at Celebration, so they're not learning anything.
oh my god, what is he at? What is he doing?
Oh my god.
He's like, I'm off to fight some Imperials.
That should be his neutral state.
Oh my god.
Why does he not get to keep the gun?
Because that was Andy's blaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It was a blaster for a BB.
the blaster was for like a battle droid,
Yeah.
and someone just handed it to Mark, and he was like, you know what, this is mine now.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
I love it.
Jesus.
I love it. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
want a droid.
We'll go get it when I can buy a pass. We'll go get a droid.
I'll let you know when they start selling them again.
They literally the week I was gonna get a pass, they stopped selling passes.
Like an annual pass?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
We live close enough where it's worth it.
yeah.
Side note, real quick. So everyone knows that Gabby's she's at her bachelorette party
Is
right
she
now.
going ham right now?
So apparently, I didn't know this, but they put my face on a popsicle stick,
Oh, good.
and they're carrying me everywhere with them.
Oh,
Oh,
cute.
And apparently, each of the girls have one each. So
oh
yeah.
Amazing.
Do you want me to carry you around?
no!
Of your
I want
face?
you to go have fun at your bachelorette party.
What's that
What does that mean, Sean?
What does that mean?
I you don't need a constant reminder. You should remember that I'm there in your heart. Without a constant reminder of
You
me
don't-
on a popsicle.
Yeah, you
stick.
shouldn't need a picture.
They should get your face, Jake, on like printed on like a swimsuit, and then just like
Yes.
Yes. I've seen
Yes.
this before. Sorry,
That's
if you can
funny.
hear Hilo chomping on a bone down here, that's
As long as he's not eating one of the droids.
Yeah.
Or any earpieces or buffalo dip.
You got to bring that up.
Still
Yes.
all Sean's fault.
Always. Always.
buffalo dip.
The buffalo dip.
Oh man.
It was one time.
It's one time, like 2 years ago.
It was one
The
time.
one time it happened.
Do you remember
So
that?
are we
What?
all going to London?
I don't know.
I really want.
I know
to.
you guys
I
are.
I can't even
We
get
have
you to
to.
come to Dragon
It's
Con.
our
this year.
job
That's
to go to
2
London.
days.
I know. It's easy. 2 days. What's
No, because if I'm flying to Atlanta, I want to spend like a
What were you
week.
asking? Come to Dragon Con.
I know. I know. Are you paying for my flight ticket?
sure?
If you're paying. If you're paying, I'll go.
Sure. We got to make the decision like now, though.
Why? When is it?
Oh no! Just before I spend my bonus money on a suit of Paz Vizsla armor.
Jill, quick.
Wow.
I did find Paz Vizsla armor.
We'll talk about it.
Sean, you'll have so many friends to talk about Warhammer with.
I know.
That's why he wants to go. That's why he wants to go. He wants to talk Warhammer.
No, but we're not supposed to
and-
talk about Warhammer around you and Molly.
That's fine.
That's
Look,
true.
they talk about it all the time, and I just walk away from them.
No, you don't.
What do I do?
You're like,
By the
how
way-
can I make fun of them?
That's true.
I missed golf for this, so
He was gonna play golf with friends with Zach.
I'm playing golf tomorrow morning, so
Well,
I
it's-
do
it's
love golf with
it's-
friends.
It's virtual golf, Jake. It's so much.
I was gonna say that's not real golf, right? That's
I'm,
Yeah.
playing, I'm playing real golf.
doing this in front of a TV screen.
Not even. I think you hit a button.
I have Golf Clash. You know?
Oh. I like how Sean bought a thing of golf clubs and has only been golfing like
To be
once.
fair, we've had reasons. You had COVID. We had celebration.
Oh my god! You know what we should do? I don't know if
It's
we'll
my
have the
fault.
time,
I
but-
don't think we'll have the time, Jake.
but
Let's
Top
see.
Golf is 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, well, that we have the time for.
That would be a blast.
Alex, are you into golf?
Top Golf is like the game, the driving range,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I would do that.
it's like 5 minutes away from my house here in Roseville.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to Dragon Con.
Oh, great.
Who's Jim Butcher?
Jim Butcher?
Oh,
Hell
what?
yes. Yeah, he comes
Who's
like
Jim
every
Butcher?
year.
I don't know who that is. You can point it at all you want. I still don't know who it
Give
is.
me Bob. Give me Bob.
Oh, is he? Did he write Dresden
give me
Files?
Bob.
No, it's too far. I'm sitting down.
Okay, well, I can't get it. You're blocking me
Yes,
in.
yes, Jill, you're correct.
Did he write the Dresden Files?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's all. All you can say. Where's Bob? And I go, okay, it's Dresden Files. I know what we're talking
We
about.
did meet him.
Yeah, a couple times, I think.
I'm sure he comes to cons here. Do you want me to really grab the skull?
Bob.
I'm gonna break
He's just out of the camera frame.
Oh God, hang on. Wait, good lord. Oh.
My desk is suited for one person. It's in the corner.
Goodness. You-
It's technically my skull, but you
I
know,
bought him.
for me.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's all.
Which, by the way, the people who have been in my home now have seen that my desk moves.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how you shoot because I was like, that's not the background of his thing.
My desk moves.
We were
That's-
all just
that's
like,
pretty
Wait
cool.
a second.
Wait, so do you rotate it?
He
Uh-huh.
rotates it. It's a pain.
No, I rotate it when people are over.
Okay.
So it's like this 90% of the time.
Got it.
We usually don't have people over.
my
Hi,
gosh.
puppy.
Hilo is
Hi, Leia.
making
That's not
so
Leia.
much noise over
It's
here.
Ray.
Ray, what's the
That's Ray.
Leia's
Kylo.
Riley's dog?
Leia's
Leia
Riley's
Leia is Kylo's mother's name.
Aw.
He's
In
just
Star Wars or in real or in the dog?
no in real life. So
Oh,
my friend Jacob Bartley on Apocalypse is where I got Kylo from. And his dog's name was Leia, and he named Kylo to keep track of him and his siblings, and we just ended up keeping the name. So it worked out perfectly.
Oh,
That's like almost no one does that.
I want another puppy.
I want a puppy.
We should get a puppy.
oh no! Look what we've done.
I
You're
want
the
a
best.
puppy.
We don't have room for a puppy.
We have room for a tiny puppy.
I don't want a tiny puppy.
You were
I
just
want-
sad about how we have to leave him.
They're the best.
I am really
I
sad
want a
if we
Tibetan
have to
Mastiff.
leave him.
We are not getting a Tibetan Mastiff. I don't care how much property we own.
but
We are
they're
not-
small when they're puppies.
No, because they don't stay puppies long.
Not really though. They're still pretty big.
Yeah, I know.
No, I want a tiny puppy that stays a tiny puppy.
No,
Oh,
Why?
because I step on it on accident.
Well, you need to watch where you're stepping. You gotta watch where you're stepping.
I'm clumsy.
I understand that, but maybe having a tiny dog will help you not be clumsy.
Cheryl gets me.
Big dog? No.
Hilo is
Go on.
making so much noise.
Hilo's like so happy you guys are home though.
Can you guys hear him?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay.
Go
Is
to
it bad?
No.
No,
No. He's having a great
you guys are all
time.
worried
Wow.
about like actual YouTube channels and shooting, and
We're chilling. Having a good time.
we got Cheryl and Andy and Mono in the chat. I think we're fine.
How was your guys' show tonight?
Huh?
Yeah, where'd you guys go? What did you see?
How was your guys' show tonight?
Oh, we saw. I mean, we went to our usual spot. We went to Dad's Garage, and they had their theater sports improv show, which was amazing. It's always good. We weren't gonna come. We weren't gonna go tonight. We were gonna go tomorrow night, but it's just kind of like our go-to spot
We'll probably go tomorrow night too.
on the weekends. Yeah.
I want a go-to spot.
But tonight they had their tickets half off because it's like, is it halfway through the year officially?
Yeah, it's
We're
June.
in
Oh no, I guess the
June.
end of
End of
June.
June. would
The
be-
end of June would be, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they were having a sale on tickets because it was close to halfway through the year. And I was like, holy crap, we're already halfway through the year.
I was literally thinking about that today because like I forgot what I was talking about, but I went, oh, because I was looking at the calendar for Jake's wedding and I went, oh, next month is July. Oh, your birthday's in a month. And then like time, just I don't know time. It's already June.
I get married in 2 months. That's wild to think about.
That you just got engaged.
Yeah. Well, we did a very quick turnaround. It's under a year.
Yeah, like isn't it like 9 months or something ridiculous?
10 months.
That's crazy.
Basically 9 because it was at the end of October.
I don't know what you're grabbing.
Yeah.
Work pants.
Work pants.
But
Jake, when are you doing your bachelor party?
July 16th.
That's my birthday.
Wait, that exact day? Okay.
What are you doing?
We're going to Tahoe for the weekend. And we're going to go to South Lake instead of North Lake. They have the casinos and we're going to go play golf, but there's this thing called Bad Birdies Golf where
Are you buying Dragon Con tickets right now?
Jake is telling a story, Sean.
Sorry.
I didn't interrupt.
I'm
the
sorry, that
story.
was me.
they,
I'm sorry,
they
I
have,
didn't realize
they
what
have
I
a
was
card
doing.
game that you pull a card and it tells you that you have to do something
Uh,
on that swing. So like I've seen like the Instagram videos, like one of them is like you have to moan before you swing.
Yes.
So like we're gonna do that as we golf, and that's why I told you guys that I'm gonna send photos because Brian's doing it with us while he's golfing. And
Wait,
Oh my god.
you have to moan? What?
no, that's one of the
it's
cards
just
that you
an
can
example.
Yeah.
Got a
Or like
moan.
or like you have to use or you have to like chug a beer before you swing, or you have to use this club on this hole or whatever it is. Like the card tells you
You're
what you
getting
have to
no,
do.
no.
So it's
Sorry.
unusual golf.
No.
I love that.
Yeah. It's gonna
Why
be
are you
fun.
getting 5
There's a couple
days?
guys
I'm
in the
not
group
gonna be
that
there
don't
for
really
5
golf.
days.
So it'll be fun. I'm excited. It's gonna be a very chill style of bachelor party. It's not gonna be crazy. So I think we're past that.
I like that.
Sure.
That I've never once played golf, but that sounds like fun.
It's pretty. Yeah, it gives you something to do and it's fun and it's for the unaverage golfer.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm looking.
I've been to a
forward
driving range, but I've never played golf.
Sean's giving me a conniption. I'm sorry. I don't know what he's
Keep
doing.
going. Do it.
No, Alex, no.
Do it.
We haven't even thought of like the logistics, like nothing.
You'll figure it out.
Listen.
Sean is such a let's do it and we'll figure it out later. And Jill's like,
No.
no.
We need to,
We'll figure it out and then do it.
We need to plan. That's why I only bought our ticket to your wedding. We haven't bought our ticket back yet because we haven't planned what's happening.
Yeah.
Don't know. No, it's not gonna sell out. Just
Alex,
That
doesn't
is
Dragon
true.
Con sell
It
out
won't-
every year?
It
No.
does not sell out. It does
Alex,
not
doesn't
sell
it
out. They
sell
don't
out
cap
every
tickets.
year?
Huh?
Doesn't
Yeah.
it sell out every year?
There are only
No.
2 tickets left. I don't know if you know this.
listen,
No,
Alex. Stop
They
it.
sent out, they just texted me and they
Oh,
said
crap.
there are
They texted
2
you
tickets left to
personally?
Dragon Con.
They
Yeah,
texted
he's their
Alex.
guest
You should
of honor.
probably get them right now.
So Alex.
No, Dragon Con never sells out. It like
yeah, no.
they
Like,
don't
yeah.
cap tickets.
They should.
But who knows?
Cheryl,
Maybe
don't
this is the
encourage
year,
him.
and you should probably just go ahead.
Stop it, Alex.
Jill, how do I say no?
Because it's a Jawa. We could watch fucking Mandalorian and I could show you Jawas. Like, let's figure it out. Let's plan it. If plane tickets are gonna be $500, like we need to
Jill's
talk.
anxiety is through the roof.
You guys are
I
gonna have so
hate
much
it.
fun. You're gonna have
Okay,
so
I
much
know,
fun.
Alex. I know we're gonna have so much
I like how
fun.
Molly is slowly getting out of frame.
What are you gonna argue with me?
No.
Molly, don't you want to hang out with Jill that weekend?
Yes.
I know. Oh, look,
It's-
they have discount flights too.
There's other weekends that I would love for you guys to come to Atlanta that we aren't going to be. I mean, we're not going to be.
What are you?
We're not going to be as busy at Dragon Con as we were for Celebration, but we're still going to be busy.
But they're gonna be drunk.
at some point.
We have like 1 or 2 panels we do at Dragon Con during the day. That's it. And
See,
we can be
Molly
hungover for
Molly
those.
wants to hang out with us.
At some
Dragon
point,
Con
our
is-
group is going to have to get together when we're not doing anything.
Yeah, freaking Taco. We've talked
see,
about this for
but
2
see,
years.
here's the kicker. I don't have time off work.
We have to do POV con.
Like we've literally
have to
done
make that a thing.
spectacular.
Unless we want to do it
Celebration.
Thanksgiving weekend, I don't have time off work.
Yeah, but Dragon Con is during Labor Day weekend,
Right.
which means you get that day off anyway.
Correct.
Alex, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Someone has to look over finances. We will tease.
I love that Sean just like you know what?
He
just
was about to
figure it
literally just
out.
hit the confirm button. I'm like, hold your
Sean, you
freaking
could have
horse.
been faster.
It's Alex.
Alex
He's
is
just-
such an enabler.
What? Just want to hang out with my friends.
I just wanna hang out with him. He's gonna buy tickets when I'm sleeping. That's what's gonna happen.
I just want to go on an airplane.
We're going on an airplane in August.
Yeah, that's like a short airplane.
It's like a
He's never been-
45-minute
He's
flight.
He's never been on. He's never been on a big airplane flight.
Wait, what?
Wait, really?
Oh, you mean like long or like big airplane?
I've been to Arizona on an airplane.
You've never been like across the country?
Uh-uh.
He hasn't. No.
Across the pond.
Uh-uh.
Is that what you meant to say?
No.
Can you,
No.
Jake, can you highlight Brandy's comment for me?
No, Brandy. I'm trying. Brandy, I am trying to tell him.
Yes.
Hi, Jane.
Wait, will Jane be at Dragon Con?
Oh yeah, she's gonna have her Mando armor at Dragon Con.
Oh, Sean just bought tickets. Sean 100%.
The eyes.
No, now I don't want to buy tickets because I'm gonna feel.
Because he's gonna want a suit. He's
That-
gonna
that-
feel left
that-
out that
that-
he doesn't have a
As
suit.
Vizsla Armor's calling your name, Shawnee.
It's either that or Dragon Con tickets.
You can't spend your entire bonus in a day.
Less than a day.
Less than it's been.
Look, it's not like I spent $150 on a Warhammer model.
It's not like you spent $80 on towels today.
Oh.
They were Jedi
that's
textiles.
something that you're gonna eat. Oh.
It's a choice.
They are Jedi
I mean, Bill,
textiles.
you bought bedding. and
I
stuff.
did, but yeah, with my bonus that I've been wanting since Christmas that I haven't been able to buy.
And I wanted us to have nicer towels when we have guests over. It was,
They
you
are
know,
very nice towels. I don't know if they're $80. Nice, but nice.
Yeah, I'm officially in the mode of fixing everything up for our house guests in August. So
you don't
Your
have to
house,
do
you
that.
don't have to do
You
that.
stop that.
Your
it
house
gives,
can
it
have
gives
a
me
pile
the
of trash
perfect
in the corner.
reason.
That's us.
Perfect reason.
That's us. That's
That's
us.
us.
He's talking about us.
I already did the
You're-
backyard, so now I'm moving in and doing the front.
Listen. Cause I mean, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good.
I mean, Sean and Alex will have a full whiskey bar to choose from. So
it is definitely these two that you need to worry about is Sean and Alex.
We're
I'm very
responsible.
particular.
I 100%. I'm guessing you're gonna choose the bottle that says Star Wars on it.
Oh, all right.
That one's from
Oh.
Australia.
Corellian? Is it Corellian brandy?
It's
Yeah.
from Australia.
Yeah. I have the Star Ward Australian whiskey that Andy actually brought me during Spectacular.
He won't be able to say no to that.
I will not.
Our goal for that weekend is to not be hungover for the wedding.
Well, the wedding isn't happening until like the late afternoon, so you guys have all day.
Easy.
Whose goal is that?
that was my goal.
We'll get some Pedialyte. We can.
We'll stock up
And
on
everything.
Pedialyte. I'll bring some card games. I'll bring some games. We're gonna have a good
Whose
time.
goal is that?
It's my goal. I don't want to be like blah for the wedding. I'll be blah for after the wedding. I'm trying to be
You
good.
you guys need to be awake enough to try the signature cocktails.
Oh, we will be.
What are they?
He won't
Is that
tell us.
surprise?
He won't tell us. I did pitch him today.
Yeah, Sean might
Signature
have
doesn't
swayed
mean
me.
secret.
Sean might have swayed me to do like a whiskey Jedi episode where we do like a reveal, or we have like maybe even you guys on make them and taste them on the show. But we'll see.
Will it be like the day before the wedding?
No, it'd probably be like the first week of August, like maybe like a week or two before.
So if we hate it, you'd have time to.
So
Yeah.
we hate it.
100%. 100%.
So if we hate it, you'll change it.
We're like, it's good.
To be fair, at the wedding, I will not be drinking the whiskey signature drink. I will be drinking.
I'm not picky. I'm not a picky drinker, so
I mean,
I don't
I'm
think
not
that's
either.
going to happen from me.
Not either. John Way. What did you type for the airport? John Way. Lots of A's and Y's.
Alex, what's the Georgia airport?
It's Atlanta.
ATL.
The big one.
Hartsfield,
Come on.
Jackson. But the code is ATL.
We got a little
Going out of
turnt
Santa Ana is gonna be.
at
You
the
want to go
John
to
Wayne
LAX?
Airport.
LAX?
Mhm.
No, SNA.
I was telling the boys earlier the best bars are airport bars.
I mean,
It's because you're trapped there.
The
Oh, yes.
closest bars
Oh,
are
yes.
airport bars.
It's because you can't leave.
The closest and most convenient bars are airport
Yeah,
bars.
the best bar I've ever been to is California Pizza Kitchen at the SNA airport.
Yep, that's definitely where we may or may not have gotten drunk at 11 in the morning.
Whatever,
I
we got
mean-
drunk at 8 a.m. at Disneyland. So
Look, I
That's for
didn't
2.
want to do that.
no one wanted to.
You made me do that.
I don't know. I
You
don't
were
think
the
that's
one that
okay.
got us into the cantina.
Because when I clicked
I'm not
on
complaining.
tickets today, it's starting at $59, and that's how much tickets were each. Yeah, that's a little. Well, it's round trip, I guess. So it's 7. That's a round. Now that is pretty. That was not terrible.
Jill is slowly being
Mhm.
pushed.
Listen, I also would really like to hang out with my friends. I don't get to see my friends very often.
Come to Atlanta.
But listen, $1,000 for a ticket.
That's a lot.
For
Not-
one
it-
or for
It's
two?
a round trip for one.
I don't think it's for one.
I think it's. Click on it and see. Click on
It
and
should
see.
be about $500 for one person round
Yeah, see.
trip.
Oh, round.
Well, the
It's still-
quantity either says 1 or 2, so
That's a lot.
I feel like when we come to LA, it's 500 per person round trip.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll discuss. I can probably use miles, but listen,
I like the optimism in Sean's eyes.
I trying. I more
Look,
so.
okay, so I this is probably not talk on in public.
We're gonna talk about it though.
I mean, I can end the show.
No, it's fine.
No, we've already started.
After this weekend, finally meeting Zach and having such a great time with Alex, I made a point to like check the Discords Alex added me into a year and a half ago every once in a while. So I was driving home from work yesterday, and Reefton and I'm not going to use real names. Mr. Yeti were in a voice call, and so I jumped in, and Mr. Yeti was very adamant that I needed to become a wizard.
At Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Wait, what was that? What did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh.
But I'm just agreeing that you should be a wizard.
I've been muting our mic because Hilo was just going to town on it.
That
was
No,
me. Stop
I don't
that.
even.
Mike.
I'm not even paying attention.
No, you're good. You're
You
good.
have the button on the top of the mic too.
Yeah,
They
we
know
just
what you
like
have.
tap the microphone here and it'll mute and unmute it. And so I was trying to encourage you to become a wizard. Yeah, it's the same microphone.
I accidentally muted it. Do you ever accidentally mute it? Because I do that all the time.
Yes.
Did
I'll bring-
they? I assume they described what being a wizard is.
No, I know exactly what it means
Where
already.
you put the.
Yeah.
Tape it. You make a big.
Yeah, you
I think I
stack
saw-
beers and build
I
your
saw
staff.
pictures of either you or Molly doing it last year.
Either me or Molly. You couldn't tell who it was.
I don't remember which one it was.
But I just remember Molly's picture from the party that you guys had, where you guys did that. You rented like an Airbnb, and you
Mhm.
guys were doing it there. That's what I remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
we-
new thing that
We did
started.
it with. I did it with tiny liquor bottles.
Yeah, well, you can build a wand if you want. That's the same thing.
I built a wand out of tiny liquor bottles,
Yeah.
which counts.
The chat wants you to grab my hat.
What?
I'm blocked in. I'm literally
Wizard
blocked
hat.
into a corner.
Wizard hat. Wizard hat.
Yes, for
Wizard
the
hat.
chat, at Dragon Con, to become a wizard, you drink a beer, and then you are a level 1 wizard. And then you take another beer and you put it on top of that beer can. The empty beer can, now you have a full beer on top, and you duct tape it to that. You open it and you drink that beer, and now you're a level 2 wizard. So now you have 2 empty beer cans, and then you take another beer and you duct tape it to the top. So basically, you're just duct taping beers over and over and drinking them until you build a staff. And every beer that you drink, you become another level of wizard. And that's how you play the wizard game. And we added a new level to the game where at the start, everyone writes down fun wizard names. So at the beginning of the night, out of a hat or whatever, you pull out your wizard name. And every so many levels, we also write adjectives so that your wizard grows in renown and has a greater title. So, I mean, your adjective could be a color. It could be...
Did Ryan think of this?
No, this was our idea.
Okay.
Nice.
So, like, we just all wrote, like, random adjectives, be they colors or...
Sounds like a Mad
just like
Lib.
the magnificent or the illustrious or...
The constipated.
Yeah, the constipated. Like,
the
it can
endowed.
be anything.
The
Yeah,
endowed.
my favorite one was the birthday magician. So, so you have a wizard name and you're just like, I'm Radagast, the brown, the constipated. And so like the more levels you get, the longer your title is, but also the wiser you get. And by wise, I mean drunk. And so it gets harder and harder to
That's the
remember your
secret.
titles.
Now,
And it's just fun.
now, are you allowed to do this with like a Four Loko?
If you want. No one's going to stop you from using whatever cans you want to use.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Or it just sounds painful.
I like a challenge.
I like a challenge. This is a heart attack waiting.
It's a thing where you want to, play
Pace
for a
yourself.
while, hopefully.
Yeah, you don't want to die after 2.
You don't want to get to level 3 and pass out.
I'll go to Dragon Con if Molly comes with me to Vegas.
Oof.
I wish we could still get Alex tickets to that, because
I
then
Vegas.
Vegas. You don't have to. It's fine. I'll just be by myself in Vegas
That's October.
with nothing
got-
to do.
Jake's wedding. August.
all right. The next time this happens, we're making sure Alex can also get tickets to this.
What did I miss out on?
When we were,
I
Fest.
almost don't want to show you
I'm not going
because I feel bad.
I'm not going. I'm just gonna
Wow.
be there.
Alex's disappointed faces.
Well, I mean, I have to know now.
Yeah, I'm working on getting an image
I'm working on it.
that works.
But Sean is gonna be at a festival, and I'm just gonna be in Vegas, just by myself, just chilling by the pool
Done that before.
or hotel spa.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Jake,
Cool.
if you would be so kind as to go
Are you
ahead.
sending me something?
No.
He put this thing on the StreamYard share thingy.
There you go.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, right. 'cause-
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we did not get tickets to that.
Did you try?
we did.
Oh,
No,
damn
we
it.
didn't try.
We looked, and they
No,
were
we
sold
didn't.
out already.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, we did.
You weren't going to buy tickets for that.
I was considering it.
I thought about it. I thought about it in passing one time. Yeah.
Matt Cutter
Yeah.
does bring up a good point. There is a wait list for the festival. Tickets are very expensive.
I'll join you for Dragon Con.
I don't know if you could keep me on your shoulders that long.
Oh, don't threaten
Listen.
me with a good time.
Listen, if I can't, David B and PJ and Matt Gunner will be there. So and Dan will be there
Dan
again
Dan will
too.
be there. I want to be a wizard. Okay.
Well,
No, give me the wizard.
You want to be a wizard or a warlock or a witch?
I want to. I guess a witch.
I'd go for Warlock personally. That's what I'm.
Does that mean
currently
you
playing.
build a wand over a staff?
No, just that my D&D character is a warlock.
No.
Fucking nerd. All of you are nerds.
Yeah, so
I know.
Nerds.
I'm so. Nikki said that she wanted to cosplay as that like guy with like the football guy and just go nerds at Celebration.
That would
I
be
was like-
very funny.
That'd be so funny. That would have been so good.
That would be a perfect cosplay for her.
It would.
I don't even know like who I'm gonna go see.
I don't know because we might miss my cam because we might have a wedding that day.
Oh, the week after,
Yeah. No, the week before.
the week before.
No,
No, it's the week after.
Oh boy.
I forget, but we might miss my cam.
Just won't let up back there.
He's living his best
He's
life.
fine. We can barely hear him.
He's
Yeah,
fine.
he's good.
He's living his best life.
You're the only one that
He's
cares.
annoying me more than anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there you go.
He's just like,
Um,
oh, good,
here-
you're home. Nom, 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 nom.
Peggy, great
here's
question.
Here's a great question to kind of get us back on topic of celebration.
Right,
Fuck-
topic,
Fuck,
what?
the topic.
Well, Jesus.
Ooh.
It's
goodness.
his show.
So
Oh,
we're going
right.
to talk
Yeah,
about
it's
that
not your
cosplay.
show, wizard.
in
It was
our
almost my
cosplay.
show.
tomorrow.
What was the best cosplay you saw at Celebration?
I'm finding a picture of it.
The AARP droid.
Yeah, that was good.
He was
Wait,
funny.
the AARP
Yeah,
droid?
he had a defibrillator. It was great.
Oh,
It was
no.
really funny.
And you didn't take a picture?
John did, I think.
I did.
Focus. Tiny
Oh,
little Pelly. I loved her.
that's great.
That's great.
So cute.
I saw a couple of, I didn't get their pictures, but I saw a couple of people cosplaying as the Star Wars Lego minifigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of those.
This was the
This
was the AARP droid. If my phone will
I'm hiding.
hold on, let me change the brightness.
I'm hiding. Don't look at my face.
Chill.
I'm trying. Don't focus on me. There you go.
Oh my god.
Funny.
That's so cute.
It's even got the
It
defibrillator
had
paddles.
a defibrillator. It had like a heart monitor thing on it. It was great. Yeah, it was 10 out of 10.
Classic.
This one was really good. I saw this guy walking around. That was
I saw him too.
the Geonosian was incredible.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one won the costume contest.
yeah,
right?
it was so detailed. It was
I
so
didn't-
good.
I didn't actually get any
ooh,
pictures of
I got
the
one.
Ruby cosplay.
Oh, Malakili.
Oh yeah, she was Malakili with a tiny little
Rancor?
Rancor. Sorry, I choked on my drink. Blah.
The
There's a lot of
Marriott.
really good cosplays.
I'm just
The
looking through. The Jackson was cool. Saw a couple Visions cosplayers. I liked that.
You took a picture of that one Jackson, but I saw there was some like the one Mark had in his video.
The one that had the fur. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think that the Jackson we saw was somebody.
someone. Yeah,
You think so?
Oh,
Yeah.
someone in disguise.
Yeah.
because Saul noticed his badge said guest of honor.
Oh. They would have revealed something by now, because usually when they do that, they'll post
Not
about it.
not necessarily.
I guess only Daniel Radcliffe does that. Then.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be cool if that was him?
If it was Daniel
it was
Radcliffe,
Daniel Radcliffe.
just at a Star Wars convention.
Yeah, I did like the Spider-Man running around with the Emperor minifig.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That was cute. That was cute.
Everyone got angry. They're like, "Why is he dressed like Spider-Man? That's wrong." I'm like, he's holding the.
He's
it's from
building the Death Star.
It's from the movie.
He's building a Death Star. Did you drink all of? You drank it all. Look at you go. Oh, you're getting more.
It's called the Whiskey Jedi.
I'm
Take pictures of a lot of the cosplayers that we saw.
I don't take enough pictures.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to take pictures. A lot of the pictures that were taken on my phone were taken by someone else.
Jake and I were gonna jokingly go get a picture with you and Alex, and now I wish we had done it actually. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't have any pictures.
we stood in line, but we didn't want to take it away from the people that were actually there for the
Yeah. They were gonna
If
be
Don
like,
Booze is here still, I was really happy that he took a picture with Zach. And Justin.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
Zach. Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
the Blunder Boys.
Yeah.
John's a good
We
guy.
told Ryan to come and he didn't.
How dare
He
he?
should have
The
come.
loser.
Rude.
Lame.
Did Zach have a good time? Was this, this wasn't his first one, right?
No, it was his third. He's come with us to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
How is his foot, ankle,
He's fine. The baby.
baby?
I mean,
I hope he's watching.
he did twist his ankle, and then on his
I don't
other
think he's
leg
watching.
is
No, he's not.
his other leg is where he got the tattoo. So by the end of the weekend, he was like ready to not walk anymore.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I don't think he really twisted his ankle. It's
He
faking
just
it.
didn't. He just didn't want to walk anymore.
Yeah.
It's like
I
when
don't
you're
think
like,
he
Mom,
would
I have
have
a rock in my
faked
shoe.
it
Pick it
and
up.
then gone through the trouble of bringing the ankle wrap through TSA.
He just had that ankle wrap ready to go. He planned the whole thing.
He planned the whole thing. Oh my
Molly
God.
said he walks like a toddler last night, and that made me.
He walks like a toddler.
What does that mean?
Elaborate.
Okay, so you know how toddlers walk, but they just like kick their feet out when they walk
Yeah.
because they don't know how to walk yet. That's how he walks.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He hurts himself everywhere he goes.
I mean,
That's,
same.
that's what I was saying, and then Molly went, he walks like a toddler.
He walks like a toddler.
Oh boy.
He walks like a toddler.
And again, I hope he's watching this because I'd say this to his face. Molly might not have, but
Molly, maybe not. Maybe
All of
not.
our footage was in his hands over the weekend.
Good footage.
It was
good.
very good
It was
footage.
good
though.
footage.
I
I
mean,
hope so.
I was impressed by Templin's 80-second video.
Love
too.
that was
Yeah.
that was all Mark.
I love
recording.
Yeah.
that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
It was super good.
I love the one Star Trek guy that popped in.
Oh yeah, you know he was looking for that. One Star Trek guy.
Oh, there you go.
Mono, you absolutely should.
Megan's watching.
Yeah, go for it.
Harper came over to our house.
Yeah, Harper was here.
Oh, I saw.
He gave
Harper.
Har-
Harper was standing in that gigantic that line at Star Wars night for the store.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
waiting
really?
for Ogas. Not Ogas,
That was-
for Doc
Doc
Ondars.
Ondars, yeah.
One of my
Uh,
favorite tweets that I made was from the Mando panel, I think, and he was sitting like behind us and
Oh,
way up in the back.
That's
And so,
right,
like I
that's
took this
cool, too.
really zoomed it, but just me tweeting that. Oh, he keeps taunting me. Evil is everywhere. I was really proud of that tweet.
Yes, Peggy, we also ran into there was no one we didn't run into.
We saw the Resistance
Pippin.
broadcast. We saw basically every Schmodown competitor.
I didn't see Wit, but he was there when I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you
I
didn't
saw
see
Whit.
it.
I didn't see Wood either. Yeah.
Alex ran across a state panel to go say hi to Wit.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah.
I would too. I'd do the same.
It hadn't started yet.
No, it had not. No.
But I would have done the same. It is Adam.
It would have been funny if you did it during the panel though.
Oh my god.
Especially that panel that was so like cordial.
Pippin. Pippin.
I believe Laura Kelly was part of that photo, right? Did you guys see Laura?
Laura Kelly was
Yeah,
here.
we saw
Yeah.
every Star Wars competitor. I think the only Star Wars competitor that wasn't there was Marie
Yeah, I don't
and a
think
few
Marie
of the
was there.
FCL folks.
Yeah, I have a look.
Unless Marie was there and she didn't.
I have a very
She
drunk
was.
video
No,
of
she wasn't
me
there.
with Laura at my house.
I can't wait to see these videos.
Very toasty.
I know that you said you're going to reveal them on Happy Hour, but I need them now.
Laura made a point of Laura and I made a point of taking a picture with the Tund. With the
Oh yeah,
Quadraneros
yeah.
picture. I don't know where Laura and Andy disappeared to the last 2 days, but I didn't see them at all Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know where
yeah,
she
we
is.
just saw Laura on your panel day. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Sean just said in the chat.
Which is Saturday.
Yeah.
Everyone just disappeared.
I just took off the little plastic wrap on a remote, and it's so.
Curtis coming in with a pretty hot comment here. Wow, that's aggressive.
I mean,
Fuck.
except for Adam Witt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oops. Poor Adam Witt.
that's got like important work files
Oh, sorry. Well,
and,
Oh, no.
and stuff I need to print for D&D.
oh, okay. There you go. I was playing with it.
Well, we're creeping up on 3.5 hours, Sean.
Yeah, so you can leave.
Rude.
Molly's got StreamYard control.
I didn't say that we
She
weren't going to
doesn't.
sit here, but yeah, I mean, if we want to keep going, we can. But I
We
figured
can
maybe
also just chill.
we can
That's
wrap,
true.
wrap up
Wrap
the
it
show
up.
and then chill behind the scenes
Chill.
and keep some things behind the curtains for everybody.
Because we will all be talking together again on our happy hour.
Yeah. Well,
When's that?
this will be.
We haven't picked a date.
This will be the last girls' happy hour for a little while, so take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. So
You guys,
The girls can come for happy hour.
sure.
if
They-
you
they get
take
to-
over for July,
They get to fill the role of you and Brian.
Oh my God,
I
can
mean-
we be the hosts and they run the show?
Yeah,
yeah, let's do it.
We'll make it miserable for you guys.
Yeah,
it can only go well.
god awful.
That'd be great.
Great.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna make so
Yeah.
many overlays.
Oh my god.
That's a good
Constantly
idea.
put them up.
Just gonna do the constant rumor train whistle like every 5 seconds. Just
Make
Get
an
a
actual
train.
audio clip of it to put it on the show.
the whistle.
That's pretty
It's on the kitchen table because you brought it out during the party.
See, as Maddie says, boys' night.
All over you.
I know.
Boys' night.
Boys' night happy hour, but we will be having a post celebration
Oh, look at
happy hour.
Pippin.
Pippin.
I want a Pippin.
I wish I could have a cat.
Okay, one last question here for Peggy to kind of end the show. Better moment: Harrison with John Williams or Ewan
You win.
You
and
on?
Hayden. Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry.
Thank you.
Who do you think you are, Brad Gilmore, reading a Star Wars question?
Brad.
I wish I had my soundboard hooked up.
Or Ewan and Hayden emerging to Duel of Fate.
Shade. The shade. Oh my god.
I can't wait to put
Harrison
that out.
John Williams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Harrison with John Williams too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We didn't see either.
We saw
of those.
neither of them, so
Fair.
That might have been one of those should have been there moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should have been there.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why you weren't.
We had other plans, far more important than John Williams.
Ooh,
Apparently,
far more important than John Williams.
Wait,
it was a joke.
Jake,
We couldn't
Jake,
get
wait.
in.
Jake, we gotta wait a few more minutes.
Oh God, who's coming?
No,
Don't even worry about it.
He could come on when we're done.
Don't even worry about it.
Who's coming?
Thomas Harper.
No, it's
He
not.
he has a
Thomas
lot to say
Harper.
about Celebration.
It's not Thomas Harper.
It's Jorge Lucas. Jorge Lucas.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Jorge
Am I
Lucas.
clear to bring this person in?
Yes.
Oh, is he there?
All right, here we go. Oh, he's video. He's here audio wise.
He's audio only. It's great.
Audio only. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Well, we have our first caller. First caller, what do you have to say for yourself?
Long time listener, first time caller. Really, just a big fan of everything that you guys are doing.
What's your question,
Shawnee.
first time caller?
You should probably kick this person off.
Also, somewhat bullied into coming.
No, you weren't bullied.
Yeah. He was bullied. I was here for the whole thing.
Look, Mono kept saying he was going to send you the clip. I just figured I'd send you the link.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So, top moment in Celebration, not in panels for everyone.
Seeing all my
Oh.
friends.
Not
Not in panels. No announcements. Top moment in Celebration, not Star Wars announcements related.
That's
That's
easy.
my
Oh.
question. Thank you for having me.
I agree with Sean. It was being drunk enough to push my way up to the front of the Mosh Isley stage and get Nick's attention and ask for him to please play Motion City soundtrack. And then for them to play, that was the second to last song. They did Motion City soundtrack. And then I got picked up and hoisted into the crowd by Mr. Sean Sullivan. And that was very, very fun.
I wish I recorded more of it, but I didn't realize until like you were almost off his shoulders. I was like, "Oh, that's Alex." Alex is
You can see me in your video going like, "Okay, put me down."
Yeah.
I'm
this.
done.
Aside from that, it was Thursday and the Kenobi watch party.
The Kenobi watch party was so much
Oh
fun.
yeah, that was really fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah,
I got-
sorry I wasn't there, guys.
Well, that was a choice that you made.
Yeah.
It was an incorrect choice, but
What about you, Zach?
he's gone.
He's muted.
No,
Oh,
it was definitely Mosh Isley seeing all those people and just absolutely screaming our hearts out to those high school bangers. I mean,
Those
it doesn't
high
get much
school
better
bangers.
than just screaming every single word of a Jimmy Eat World song into your friends' faces. The most ridiculous thing to do, but so much fun to do at the same time. It was a great time being there with you guys.
So fun.
Who's this again?
He's I don't
He's
know.
a fan.
He's our
Fans.
very first caller. Yeah, he's
He's our very
Is
first
it?
caller on the show.
Yeah.
Zach.
He works for that Eckhart guy.
yeah.
It's really
he's worked for Templine before.
Eck and Templin.
Okay.
All right, love you guys. See you later.
He just bolted.
I got bullied into joining this.
I said, "Hey, you should join our stream." He said, "I don't think that's a good idea right now." I said, "It's always a good idea."
All right. Well, I think that's a great way to end at least the live stream. We'll probably be hanging out at least a little bit behind the stream. To everyone watching, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. This went on way longer than I was expecting, but it's been a blast. Sean and I essentially just wanted to talk Star Wars, drink whiskey, and hang out, and it turned into much more than that. So,
as it
yeah,
usually
and
tends
it's
to
a
do.
blast. It's a blast. So, thank you to everyone who's been watching, commenting along, etc. I appreciate it. If you found the channel for the first time, thank you. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.